Okay, so we are starting the stream very soon, and I made some improvements to the stream. Again, we're aiming for continuous improvement over perfection. If I can just improve one tiny little thing each live stream, then after a lot of live streams, it's going to look dramatically different. So yeah, you've noticed this starting soon, and the Be Right Back thing that's brand new. The last live stream I also had this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue using this one. I found these two online. I was searching for like OBS overlays, and it looks really nice. I like color, and if I were to design something, I would want to include as many colors as possible. Another thing that I did that I very slightly improved was like I added a brand new filter to the audio filter. So we have this limiter thing. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but I think it's responsible if I'm talking too loud. And the music that's being played right now, it's this one, Super Mario Odyssey. It's one of my favorite games. Actually, fun fact, I've never played the game, but I've seen other people play it on YouTube and on Twitch. It's a very fun game to go watch other people play. I don't own a Switch, so yeah. Can you turn down the music? Okay, yeah, I can turn down the music. It's already turned down. I can just put it down right here to like -20. So let me know if like the audio is still good. And I can also, I guess, put this in half as well. So this is part 3 and the finale of the Calling All Designers live stream. And I feel kind of happy. I feel kind of sad that this is going to be the finale of it. But the good news is that after this live stream, I'm going to have this other video series planned, and it's relating to what is it? It's relating to more Fusion Fall Legacy ideas. The next live stream after this, it's likely going to be looking at the picture of the days thing, and I actually have a very special video that I have planned. So like once I've done the Calling All Designers, and once I've done all the picture of the day live stream discussion, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go compile a bunch of photos, hundreds of photos, and just post it as one huge compilation. I already have more than 400 photos stored for this video. Anyways, for the people that are watching this for the first time, and people that are going to watch this in the future, it's not necessary for you to watch part 1 nor part 2. You can watch this right now, and you're not going to really miss much of anything. Anyways, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment, join the Discord server. It's inside of the description, and check out the Universal Item Guide. It's also inside of the description. So anyways, let's just begin. There's always that planning phase. It's been 7 minutes now. I am currently at page 41, and yeah, let's just get this through. We have, how many pages do we have to go through? 56 minus 41. We have 15 pages. So compared to part 1 and part 2, this is obviously going to be a lot shorter. I'm guessing this is going to be like 1 to 2 hours long, because there's only like 15 pages of content. So yeah. Anyways, okay, so here's our first photo of the live stream. I haven't seen this one yet. This one is called the Six Shades and Hero's Jacket. Hero's Jacket comes in 4 trim colors: Fusion Green, Proton Blue, Laser Red, and Omega Orange. I plan to make the jacket armor a pair of pants to go with it to make a set. What do you guys think? Okay, yeah. This kind of reminds me of like the Magical Dealer thing that he posted way back at the beginning of the thread, and here I am kind of contradicting myself right now because I said you don't have to go watch part 1 and 2, but actually, fortunately, I know for a fact that Magical Dealer actually watches this live stream. I know he left a comment on my on the last live stream. He said it was a bit too long, but yeah, Magical Dealer posted this costume right here way back in February 6, 2017, and I'm just getting kind of some vibes with this outfit right here. Maybe it's because it's kind of, what is this called? Is it called a trench coat? No, it's called something else, but I definitely like the glasses. I definitely like the robe. I feel like if you just wear this outfit, actually I don't understand. So like if you were to wear this outfit, right, it's just like an entire one-piece set. Like, okay, so this part right here, this is the shirt, and this part right here, these are the pants. So like, is it separate, or is this something that you can just get all at once, if that makes any sense? I definitely like the glasses right here, and I feel like for those people who are really into Powerpuff Girls, they're going to definitely want to wear these glasses. And for those who aren't, either way, it looks really cool. It actually just reminds me of Samurai Jack dancing. There's this one scene from Samurai Jack, I think it was from season 1, and this one right here, I would really like if the Legacy staff can actually include this outfit right here. This particular episode, once Samurai Jack was in season 5, I believe in 2017, this episode actually had a major reoccurrence, and the other main character, Ashi, came back to this area, so it has a very prominent role within the Samurai Jack universe. And I bring this back because, like, when I look into the visors right here, it just kind of reminds me of the visors that Samurai Jack is wearing right here. It would be really cool if that can be added. And not just that, but also like the Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat kind of hat right here. That'll be pretty cool. I know we already have these pants right here, the blue jeans, and we technically have like that orange jacket. I think it's called like the overlay jacket or like the layered jacket, and for some reason I'm getting notifications from someone. Anyways, yeah, but it would be nice to go see this. And here's another pretty cool glasses from the same episode. Here's Samurai Jack in the background, and wearing those red glasses. I think we already have those glasses. It's for like the Valentine's one where it's just like really red, kind of like a variation of the Hypno glasses. And a person was asking, like, will there be a feedback suit? Like, that's actually a good idea. I mean, feedback, Fusion Fall. So for the ones that don't know, Feedback is actually has plans of returning in Fusion Fall. Well, not returning because he was never introduced in the original Fusion Fall, but in Fusion Fall Legacy, he's actually going to appear, at least in Fusion form. This is like an official picture of the day way back in January, February, March, April 14, 2017. You can go check it out. That Allison posted right here. Hold on, I'm just gonna... Okay. There's a lot of photos that I can't really see here. Okay, I remember going through this one. We already kind of have that, and in a way it's a lot better in my opinion. We have the... Where is it? From the Birthday Bash. We kind of already have that. It's called the Fusion Spawn Bubblehead. I would always be more down to see much more Fusion variation items. I previously talked about like those red Fusion wings that I talked about. Let's see, just very quickly, Fusion Fall recoloring items. I'm just gonna kind of plug in my thread again, but where are those wings? Fusion wings? Oh, here it is. But again, it would be really cool if we can have these sorts of wings that have like that fusion variant to it. So we have like these red wings as well as these green wings right here. Again, that would be really cool if we can implement that into the game. And I think it's something that we can also implement not just in Legacy, but we can actually see here in Fusion Fall Retro. So help, I want to make one, but I don't know how. Yeah, that's so really good. I don't know how to make one. My drawing skills are really bad. Or maybe it's that Dunning-Kruger effect, where you think that you're really bad, but in fact, when you compare yourself to other people, you're actually kind of above average. Oh, here's another pretty decent one. I'm not exactly sure if other individuals would want to wear this hairstyle. I mean, it's hiding your eyes, right? And like we already have that cerebellum wig, which is somewhat of a popular meme item, especially when people who have like male characters wear them. I mean, like on my character, Plumber Infinity, she occasionally likes to wear that Johnny Bravo hairstyle despite being a female character, kind of having that greaser look with the gangrene ace jacket. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be implemented into the game. If I kind of vote no, because it blocks her eyes. And something that I have a kind of a pet peeve in this community is that would have to be those blindfolds. You know what I'm talking about. We have the black blindfold, which is a classic, popular, original item that almost everyone at like Mount Blackhead wears. And we also have the brand new, or relatively brand new, white blindfold that was introduced during the birthday bash. Where's that blindfold? Yeah, here's the focus blindfold. And you know, a little pet peeve of mine is like we have these beautiful eyes, right? And you decide to go hide your beautiful or handsome eyes behind these blindfolds. If not these blindfolds, you try and hide them behind some sort of glasses. Now, I'm totally aware that, for example, like Plumber Infinity wears those hypno goggles that I like to go wear around. However, at the same time, I don't wear it 100% of the time. I wear it like 25 or 40, 50% of the time. It's not like 100%. But I guess it would be nice if we can have some sort of a system in which in which it's not just wearing blindfolds all the time. We can actually have something else to wear. I mean, I think one of the reasons why I don't like wearing the blindfolds is because, I don't know, I like being an outlier, and I don't want to follow the trend. Like, if everyone's, generally speaking, if everyone's wearing this one particular item, oftentimes I'm not going to be wearing that item unless I personally like it by myself. At least to my knowledge, I'm like the only one who wears those hypno goggles, and I like it because, when I put it on, it feels like I'm staring into some void of infinity. It's swirling and swirling, and it kind of represents that infinite, the first half of infinite possibilities. That artistic feeling. Okay, so we already kind of went over this one right here. This one right here, again, I like these two outfits right here. The Infinity Blade and the Big Bang Gun, that is actually really cool, and this is something that I would like to go see inside of the game. Now, the Big Bang sounds a bit too overpowered. Maybe this is something that we can see beyond level 36 in Fusion Fall Legacy, as well as the Infinity Blade. I like the name Infinity Blade because, you know, for obvious reasons, I'm biased, but I also like these kinds of pants where they're kind of ripped, and it kind of shows that they're just like urban fighters, or what is it called, like guerrilla warfare, but it's like in downtown or like in the suburbs. So, will the original Teen Titans be in Fusion Fall? Also, in the future, will Ben be 5 years later Ben? And in the past, will he be 16 years old Ben? Now, that's actually a good question, and I was actually kind of talking about that inside of my like, will there be like, I already even forgot the title. Will there be like will there be like a potential Time Squad update? And if there is going to be a potential Time Squad update, and this is more on the far stretched ideas for in terms of speculation. Let's see. Let's just very quickly type in Ben 10. Very quickly type it in. So in terms of like speculation, it's more far-fetched that this is actually going to happen. So you know, like Time Squad, it deals with time travel, right? And we know for a fact, according with the Ink Tank video, and for the ones that are not familiar with that video, let me just go very quickly search it up. Ink Tank video. Ink Tank. Fusion Fall. I was very quickly going. This is a very heavily referenced thing that here it is. So like credit to the Ink Tank for this video. He published it relatively recently in during July 22, 2019. And here we have him with the Ben 10 Nano right here, right? And here he is taking out the Ben 10 Nano. Actually has jumping as an ability, so they definitely have him inside of the game files. That one right there is a Tara Strong, who voiced a lot of Cartoon Network characters, as well as like Ashi from Samurai Jack. Here's more footage from like the Ben 10 Nano, and here's some other footage of Ghost Freak and the Upgrade Nano, which was never released in the final version of Fusion Fall, which we can potentially see in the future. You know, like the Ben 10 update went very successful in my opinion, and I believe that there's probably going to be like a Ben 10 update, probably not going to be this year, but probably next year, right? Because you know we can never have any more Ben 10 items inside of the game, right? But going back into like that Time Squad discussion, so the prediction is, or the speculation is, this more on the far end speculation, which is unlikely, if not very unlikely, is that when the Time Squad update comes here, maybe they're going to also bring in young Ben, because the model already exists for young Ben. Like, we've had young Ben for a very long time, if not like 2+ years from now, and we know for a fact that they can easily, well, not easily, we know for a fact now with the Ben 10 update that they can insert brand new NPCs, such as, you know, for example, Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey was never implemented inside of the original. That was completely brand new, and so that's within the realm of possibility. Now, it may not be for Time Squad. Maybe it might be for the Ben 10 update part 2, right? Because it's such a huge update. Ben 10 has so many aliens, right? And there was this interesting thread on the forums where it was talking about like a Ben 10 update part 2 where where there's more aliens hiding out or hanging out in the world of Fusion Fall. So maybe, for example, we have like Ripjaws at Orchid Bay or like Bravo Beach, and we have like Raph at like Prickly Pines, and we have like Ghost Freak at Haunted Ridge. And if there is going to be like a Ben 10 update, and I wouldn't be surprised if there would be, if there will be in like 2020, if that is going to happen, if not Time Squad, it might be Professor Paradox if he is going to be reintroduced. And if Professor Paradox is going to be reintroduced, then we have that potential of bringing back young Ben 10 back into the game. So that's like kind of like my speculation, my personal thoughts regarding about that. And Finn, the human Fazbear, was stating, Austin Fusion Fall Retro in the future, is Ben dead? Now, that's an interesting question. So, if you've been hanging around, or if you've just been heavily using the Fusion Fall forums, Axel, maybe I can search it. I can search this up right now, because let me go try and search it up. I think Devin was talking about that. Devin, the developer, and Death. Oh, here we go. Yep. So if you just very quickly You use a search engine in the side of the forums and just type in the word death. In fact, this is the first time I'm going to read this, so let's just interestingly read this one right now. And I know we're kind of going off topic, but I guess since like this is interesting things to be off topic about. So what's the context behind here? The title is A Darker Legacy. While characters didn't die in Retro, there was also a big disconnect between the story writers and story implementation. Much of the story that was intended to be conveyed in the original game was lost or distorted. Legacy aims to address and fix this, which includes CN's no death policy. Basically, no Cartoon Network characters are to die, and it's to be clear of that, which is what Legacy will be doing. That said, I feel Legacy is already shaping up to include much higher stakes and better convey how much Fuse is really almost already won in the future. Most I can say, I suppose, is stay tuned, and he posted this more than a year ago, August 9th, 2018, and here's another one right here. Characters in the Fusion Fall universe can be afraid of death, but no characters have been stated to be dead, and in fact, Cartoon Network had an internal no death policy. And here's the last one right here. Well, okay, the second one was from 2016, so that's actually older. It's 2 years older than this one. 2016. Oh, that's kind of interesting. This one was August 7, 2016. This one was August 9, 2018. And we have another one, the third one, which is from 2017, May 21st. Officially, no one died. Though left unstated, everyone got away cleaned. Those you don't see are putting their use elsewhere. It's probably also worth mentioning that Cartoon Network had a no-death policy, meaning no one, not even player characters, were to die. So, just trying to answer that question of did Ben die in the past because he's not there in the future. Now, I hope this is self-evident to you. No one died in the future, which is kind of doesn't really make any sense, because like, where did Blue, where did Ben, where did Dexter, where did all of these characters go once like the future became the future, and like the past became the future with just like five lands to explore. So like, no one dies in Fusion Fall, which is kind of unfortunate because like it doesn't really increase the stakes, because like a good way to, you know, kind of like in Game of Thrones, I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones outside of like season 8, is that one thing that they do really well is that they make you attached to characters that you like, and then they unfortunately kill them, and that's really bad. Like, for example, who's that one guy, like during the Red Wedding of Game of Thrones, we had like 3 main characters die. It was Robb Stark, his wife, and his mother. They died in one episode, and it was actually one of the most surprising. Yet, if you looked at all the foreshadowing and all of the decisions made, it made a lot of sense. And when that Red Wedding happened in Game of Thrones, it really puts into stake like what the value of life is. And they also did that at the ending of season 1 of Game of Thrones. And for the people who haven't watched Game of Thrones, I highly recommend you watch it. It's, according to IMDb, it's the greatest show of all time outside of season 8. Well, we haven't even really gone to this one, but I think the first priority is to always address the comments inside of the live stream. So Finn the Human Fazbear, he's asking, will the Teen Titans be in Fusion Fall? Now, the answer to that question is no. The Teen Titans will not be in Fusion Fall because the Teen Titans are actually a DC property, DC Comics thing. And, you know, fun fact about DC Comics is that what does DC stand for? It actually stands for, well, what does, no, not that DC. It actually stands for Detective Comics, which featured Batman's debut and subsequently became part of the company's name. So, like, when you actually read it literally, it's called Detective Comics. But yeah, Teen Titans will not be in Fusion Fall Legacy because it's a DC property. Just because Teen Titans has been featured with Cartoon Network for a very long time does not necessarily mean that they're going to be inside. Now that would be really cool. As a person who watches Young Justice as well as like the original Teen Titans way back in the early 2000s, I would be very happy if that was actually included. I believe there's actually some Fusion Fall Teen Titans, some fan art of Teen Titans inside of the game. Here's one right here, and I know, yeah, we talked about this inside of the first live stream. Like here's Raven right here, and for some really mean reason has -8 downvotes, but maybe like there's some fan art of having Raven's cloak inside of the game. I remember talking about like they can't really do this. Maybe they can just remove the amulet here and just call the item something else to avoid that legal problem. Anyways, let's just continue going into the rest of the photos. Hyperactive Ninja. Already saw that one. Okay, so that's page 41. And that was... It's been 30 minutes now. Okay, here's another one from Fat Sami. Oh, here's a gun. Okay, this does remind me of Time Squad. So, as a person who recently binge watched Time Squad seasons 1 to 2, and you can actually very easily binge watch it. Time Squad and Buck. So, like, one of the main characters of the three is Buck Todd Russell, and he's actually, if I can give him some sort of similarity, he's kind of like Ed, like ED, like the tall, strong, muscular Ed that's not very smart at all, and he's like Ed, and he's a lot more extroverted in a way. Now, one of the things that Buck Todd Russell really likes to do in his free time is that he likes to collect guns, futuristic guns from the year 100 million. Buck Todd Russell. Here's one gun. This is a gun that he used. Let's see. Okay, here's one gun that Buck managed to use. It's this thing that he used in this episode, I think with Genghis Khan, I believe. What's his main weapon that he uses? I'm trying to look for a photo of it. Oh, here's another. Here's like the main gun that he uses inside of the Time Squad show. So again, it would be really nice if you can have this kind of weapon inside of the show. Now, here's more of that in the same episode. Kubla Khan. Where? Ooh, hey, look, it's Kappa Mikey. I haven't seen this show in a long time. Let's just... Yeah, but I can't really find the images right now. Anyways, yeah, that would be really nice. Oh, and here's another very nice thing that I would like to see, and I would also very much like to go see some sort of recolors for this. All three of these are pretty nice. I like this beret as well. Oh, okay, I see the inspiration for it. So we definitely have the precedent to include this inside of the game. This person definitely has put in a lot of time and a lot of consideration for it. So I don't really watch a lot of regular show, but I do know that it's a great show. I don't think I've watched this episode, but again, one of the great ways to actually, if you have like an item suggestion, right, and you want to see it inside of the game, then the best way to do that is for yourself to actually look at your favorite cartoon, look at your favorite episode, and look at your favorite scene and see what kind of outfit that you want to see inside of the game. So this guy that's taken directly from regular show, and we have this hat right here. We have this hat right here. We have this amazing, really awesome machine gun. This can definitely be a shatter gun. We have like a double pistol right here. And I think this kind of does put into question, oh, it's a movie. It's a regular show movie. Okay, I've never seen that one yet. And I do plan to, I have like a queue list. I'm currently watching Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. And on that queue list is Generator Rex and Adventure Time, as well as regular show. But this kind of does bring into question, like, is it possible if we can actually have like dual wield pistols inside of the game? And maybe it's already been addressed inside of the game. So maybe Devin pistol, maybe he has some pistol. You know, we see a pistol space there. It'd be really cool. Oh, here's like dual weapons that Devin responded on June 11. Thing is, if you can dual wield pistols, why would anyone bother using any other type of weapon, assuming the pistols fire faster and therefore do more damage? Balance is key, and so far dual wielding seems like it would work best as a cosmetic thing. However, I'm definitely open to balance suggestions. So actually, this is something I kind of want to go comment on, and this kind of deserves its own video as well. Like, how can we improve melee items? How can we improve thrown items? How can we improve rockets? And I think if you want to have some sort of balanced dual wielding pistol, which a lot of people would really like, because as a person who likes playing Halo, you know, for a time, you can actually dual wield your weapons. You can dual wield like pistols. You can dual wield these rapid fire. Is this an actual gun? I've never played Halo 2 multiplayer. You can dual wield this kind of stuff, and you can even dual wield, I think, energy swords. So it would make a lot of people very happy if you can include some sort of dual wielding inside of the game. And not just that, but like not just dual wield like one weapon, but also dual wield another weapon at the same time. Maybe one way that they can potentially introduce dual wielding is obviously you have like weapon 1, which is a pistol, and weapon 2 is another pistol. And if you want it to not be overpowered, it has like this. It's slightly, I don't know. How would you make it balanced? How would you make a dual wielding pistol balanced? I don't know at the top of my head. But again, it would be nice. It would be nice if we can actually have that. But going back into that regular show movie, this would be really cool. And I'm just gonna bring up that Samurai Jack thing where we have that machine gun from like episode 1 of season 5. And again, that moment was incredibly really awesome. Oh, and here's another one with Samurai Jack with, was he having a dual pistol here? Machine gun. Here's this really awesome photo of Samurai Jack with this machine gun. So we definitely have that precedent to include these amazing guns inside of the game. And it would make a lot of people really happy. I think if this item were to exist, or if this item were to also exist at the same time, and it also has its own variation of recolors, so we not just have a black one, we have like a platinum, a bronze, a gold, a silver machine gun, it would make a lot of people very happy. And I think a lot of people would want to collect the like an actual machine gun inside of the game. And this one right here, this one looks like kind of, I don't know what this is. This is like a rifle. But yeah, we have these dual pistols. Yeah, I think I would definitely want to go see this inside of the game, and we will have we'll have a lot more representation of shows for like a regular show, and it would make a lot of regular show fans happy. So we have this cape right here. I'm not sure which one, who's wearing that cape, that green cape. I don't know. But yeah, this would make a lot of people happy. Oh, and we have this little cosmetic thing with that green thing. Maybe they can add that. That would be. I think that would be pretty simple. And here's one from Buranku. What show is this from? I'll give some over the garden wall idea, like for Craig. I've made works outfit male and female. Again, I don't really know what show this is from, but I think again this would be really cool, or at least pretty nice. I think a lot of people, I think some people would like wearing this hat, this red hat right here, in form of like a meme item. I mean, like the meme community for our demographic is very strong. I mean, if you go to like reddit.com, dank memes, it has like 2 million plus subscribers or followers, and there's a saying that those who like don't let your memes become dreams, right? I would like to see this inside of the game, and I think some people would like to have this kind of cape despite not knowing where the show is from. I mean, like there's a lot of items inside of the game, like you don't even know where it's from, right? And just very quickly going into you know, like the cartoon collection document, like there's a lot of items that you don't even know. Like imagine you've never seen an episode of I don't know, let's just very quickly, you've never seen an episode, okay, not Ben 10, there's a lot of Ben 10 episodes. You've never seen well, Dexter's Popular, Foster's Home, how about Flapjack? Okay, you've never seen an episode of Flapjack, right? And you're to go see this outfit called the Adventurer's outfit, and the sea legs, and the Adventurer's sea feet. Like, what do you want to wear that? I mean, I kind of like it, in my opinion. Like when the Shipwrecker World Boss came out, I briefly wore this for a period of time when it was still popular. There's also like the Nickel Bottom outfit. I mean, even if you never watched an episode of Flapjack, if you were to put this on, I think you would like putting it on. And here's like another sort of meme outfit. We have the sardine outfit right here. I don't think anyone would wear this outside of if you're like a pure collectionist. But you know, I love the sardine head. That's a meme worthy item as well. But yeah, like just because you've never seen the show does not necessarily mean like you don't have to like the outfit. I mean, oftentimes, for example, like oftentimes the inspiration to watch a show comes from the item where it's based off of. I mean, for example, like when I was doing this when I was doing the Easter update and I was collecting all of these videos, Fusion Fall, Infinite Possibilities, Easter, this one right here, oh, has a lot of likes, nice. This one right here, I was doing like a bunch of these, I was doing a bunch of research for like the cartoon references. So this episode right here, it was actually, okay, this outfit right here, I never knew what it was referencing until I made a video for it, and I had to go research like what it was actually for. This outfit is, I forgot the outfit's name, but it was definitely referencing a scene from the Powerpuff Girls, and here's what it was referencing. Like another thing that I kind of like would have to be here's one from like here's like the Griffin beak, and this one right here is like the Phoenix head. And again, like I never knew like what it was like based on, but like when I was doing the research for the video, I found out that it was actually based off of like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. So I think one way that like the legacy developers can not only just make people play the game, which is Legacy, they can also inspire people to like look up what this stuff is referencing. And you know, just very briefly, and hello, Berkey Yafu Sargoon. I hope I stated your name correctly. How are you? And I actually had a conversation with Devin, the developer, And where is it? Let's see. With Devin, the developer, we were just briefly chatting about these gladiator items that were released at nowhere at Area 51.5. Where is it? It's more towards the wilds area, and I have a video for it as well. The sets here, the Nowhere Triangle, Golden Gladiator, Vendigrees, Blue Battler, Crimson Range, and Platinum Prize Fighter. Devin and I were having a conversation about like the origins of where this set comes from, and we had a conversation. He thought it came from. He thought it came from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but it really came from Samurai Jack. It was referencing the Dome of Doom inside of the item description. I searched that up, and this one deserves its own story. Here's not that one. Hopefully we can see a quick description. So like we have the Golden Gladiator. Maybe it's on the shirt. Oh, here it is. So like this one right here, Golden Gladiator breastplate, armor inspired by some of the greatest warriors ever to compete in the Dome of Doom. So like Devin was stating that it was actually from Courage the Cowardly Dog, because apparently there was a Gladiator episode, and you know, he was in a way correct, because there really was a Gladiator episode. Courage the Cowardly Dog, Gladiator. Here's this one right here. You can actually watch it yourself. He thought it came from this episode. However, it actually came again from Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack, Dome of Doom, and it actually has its official name for it. So we have these kind of coincidental namings for these items, and yes, Devin, the developer, is the one that's mainly responsible for creating the descriptions for the items. But just going back into where did my thread go? It appears that I've closed it. Calling all designers. 42. Was that on page 42? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's the end of page 42. Let's go to page 43. Park Ranger top. Can't even see these items. How about this one right here? Nope, you can't do that. That's the same. I finally got around to actually drawing some decent pants. I can. Is the music you're using copyrighted? That's a good question. It's not copyrighted, I think, and even if it was copyrighted, like, I'm not making any money, so because like you need to have like 1,000 subscribers, so it doesn't really matter. I can just very quickly change the soundtrack. Gamer Plays stated, the glasses from the green trench coat submission remind me of the Squirtle Squad from Pokemon. Search it up from Google Images. Oh, this. Oh yeah, like, oh yeah, those glasses from Squirtle Squad from Pokemon. Yeah, I remember that that brief episode. This one right here. Yeah, the glasses come from. Has that kind of inspiration to it. The glasses are a bit more different. So here's like on the left. This is like Ace. This is Ace's glasses, I think. And we have, actually no, the middle one here looks a lot more like the Squirtle Squad one. That's pretty cool. Yeah. There's another image. Here's one from Vinera, and I remember he or she was actually inside of this live stream last time. So if you're still watching this, or if you're going to watch this in the future, Bladreeve and I, let me know. So we have some more Ben 10 items right here. Or here, oh, here's from Count Spankula. Okay. So we kind of have this interesting question, and again, like, there's no such thing as a stupid question. So again, Finn was asking, will Annoying Orange be involved in Fusion Fall since he had a show on Cartoon Network? And the answer to that is no. Annoying Orange will not be part of Fusion Fall. At most, maybe there's going to be like an orange item, and you can probably pretend that's the Annoying Orange, but no, it's not going to be. It's not owned by Cartoon Network. It's just I think syndicated on there, just shown on their program. So I'm back again with not causing this time, but with some weapon concepts. Okay, so first up, the Diamond Head Tetrax Petrosapien arm shooter thing. Okay. Yeah, so this definitely does remind me of like that thrown item called the Petrosapien Shard. And for the ones that don't know what I'm talking about, it's an uncommon item. Forgot which one it drops. Petrosapien or Shard? Is it even here? Ben 10 sets, other Ben 10 gear. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Petrosapien Shard, and it's a thrown item you can get from like the Gear Goliath or the Foul Foe. And this looks like something that would definitely be like some sort of shatter gun. And again, like, there's multiple versions on like how you shoot a weapon. Like we have like that white spherical thing that shoots out like, I don't know, like ice cream or like custard, or you know what I'm talking about. We have this one that shoots out flames. We have another one that shoots out electricity. We have those Scorpion fireball rockets which shoot out fireballs, and an item, a weapon type that's not shown a lot would have to be the crystal one. And believe it or not, there's actually a weapon where you can actually shoot crystals. Unfortunately, like, it doesn't really have a lot of appearance for it, but the items that do show it, I think, is it like a shatter gun or a pistol, or is it a pistol? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called the crystal pistol, and I think the pop gun also shoots crystals. But yeah, this is something that's kind of neglected with Fusion Fall. So again, it would be really cool if we can actually have this inside of the game, and not just that, and it obviously shoots pistols. And I think another kind of like pet peeve of mine is like when there's some sort of inconsistency with the way they shoot these weapons. So for example, if I can just find one that is inconsistent, let me see. I don't really see any inconsistencies with like the pistols. Maybe one for Shattergun. There should be a lot for Shatterguns. Yeah, I can't really find an example right now, but I know for a fact there are some sort of weapon inconsistencies. But just like imagine, right? So I know for a fact that Swampfire Torch like shoots fire, but imagine for a moment that it doesn't shoot like that fire weapon style. It actually shoots like sound waves. I know there's some inconsistencies there, but again, it would be nice to go have this inside of the game. Now, Fan was asking yet again, will the Ben 10 reboot be involved in Fusion Fall? I don't know about that. I don't really watch Ben 10, so like Ben 10 wiki. Here we have Ben 10 from the Ben 10 wiki. That's a very long, very long. Oh, here's like the official. How about characters? Ben Tennyson. So we have the classic and we have the reboot. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to include that, but I do know for a fact is they're going to include the other version of Ben 10. So we have this outfit inside of the game. Obviously, you already have the Ultimate Alien and the Alien Force one. I'm not sure if they're going to include the classic Ben 10. Oh, they said no to the reboots. Okay, are they going to include the Omniverse one? Because I know they already have that model inside of the game. It's just yet to be released. Fusion Fall Legacy Ben 10. Like, this model exists inside of the game, and it was teased. Here's like another tease of this. Was the very last picture of the day. All right, okay. It's been 54 minutes. And like probably like the next page, after this page, I'm going to drink a cup of water from my throat. Okay, so we have the Count Spanky La Glove. Okay, actually that does bring a good question. Like, is it possible if we can have some sort of wearable gloves inside of the game? I think a lot of people would like that. Like, kind of like, you know, like Bugs Bunny wears gloves, Mickey Mouse wears gloves, and there's kind of like that conspiracy, like, why do these cartoon characters wear gloves? Like, you know, like kind of, you know, like Bugs Bunny. Why does he wear gloves? Why does he have to wear bugs? And like, why does the rest of the Looney Tunes characters have to wear gloves instead of you know, it doesn't make any sense. They wear gloves here. No, not all of them, but Bugs Bunny wears gloves. I know Mickey Mouse has gloves. And a fun fact about Mickey Mouse, during the early days of Disney, there was like a competitor. I think it was. I'm not sure. Can't find him here. Mortimer Mouse? Is it this guy? No, I don't know. But I don't know. Okay, let's just forget that topic. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool if we can have some gloves. But I'm not exactly sure how we can implement that inside of the game. And last, but certainly not least, a muffin for the Muffin King episode of Dexter's Laboratory. A basic grenade weapon, or I made up on my own a trap. Basically, you plant the trap anywhere. Fusion monsters get attracted to it, and upon contact with it, it explodes and deals damage. How does that sound? And here's a little comic that they made. Here's a plant. They go into that plant and they actually explode. I like how you took the time to do this. I think something that would I know that Dogon McBanana has plans or has a personal goal of trying to make thrown items and rockets a lot more usable, and a suggestion that I have for Dogon to make thrown items a lot more usable is, for example, to make the throwing and like the explosion part faster, because it throws so slowly, and then you gotta wait a few seconds, and then it explodes. Another problem with like the thrown item is that like once the monsters attack you, is that you can't use the thrown item anymore because you know they're close to you, and for a thrown item to work, it has to be far away. Perhaps another way that you can make the thrown item a lot more effective is not just make it throw and explode faster, but like the moment it comes into contact with like the hitbox of the monster, so that even if you're close by, it the thrown grenade explodes on contact. So that's one way you can make thrones better. And I just realized something. Where's that image? It's supposed to be. There it is. Yeah, totally forgot about that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should include this. It kind of takes up space, but it's there, so I don't have to constantly remind people that there's a Discord server. Okay, here we have another form of shoes. I can see this in character creation. Here's a pretty decent one. We have another fusion format. Pretty nice. And instead of this one right here, we can just use where is it? We can just use the fusion spawn bobblehead on top of that. Again, it would be pretty cool if we can have a fusion theme outfit, right? Okay, so that's the end of page 43. I'm going to take a little water break, and I've been streaming for 59 minutes now. And while I'm taking my water break, please leave a like. Please join the Discord server. Check out the Universal Item Guide, and maybe you need to take a break as well. So, yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, good. I thought my mic was not on because it says okay. Okay, because like when I sift to scenes to like starting soon and be right back, the mic disappears, and for a moment I kind of panicked, like, come on, I was talking for an hour and like no one was listening to me. All right, but yeah, I'll be right back. It won't be too long. Okay. And I'm back. Okay, so I drank 2.5 cups of water and I ate a banana. So gotta make sure your throat is moisturized, otherwise you're gonna have yourself some damage with your vocal cord. Anyways, we're going to continue, and I hope we're almost. We're kind of already halfway through with the Super Mario Odyssey soundtrack. Let's go close this one right here, and let's go close this one right here, and yeah. So we're now at page 44. We're going at a rate of like one page is 30 minutes, but I guess longer the better. And people that are watching this in the future, you have the advantage of watching these videos at like 1.5 speed or like 2 times speed. Like when I watch my videos, I tend to actually watch it at like 1.5 or 2.5 speed, because I tend to like, probably in a good way, I tend to like ramble. So I'm having those burps still. Okay, so we have I forgot the name of this, but I know who they're from, and the answer to this is that we can't really include them inside of the game. However, we can probably include these hairstyles inside of the game, because, or some sort of variation that kind of matches it, because these two hairstyles, Hi Puffy Ami Yumi, because like these two hairstyles right here, it's not very unique. I mean, like if you play a variety of games, or like MMORPGs, role-playing games, you see, like, especially the pink one, that's a very common hairstyle, so it's not exclusive to this cartoon. Additionally, this hairstyle right here is also a very common hairstyle in other games, so like they can definitely include this and not have to deal with copyright. Maybe they can just claim it's just a coincidence that the hairstyles look the same. And I'm still kind of having those burping moments right now. Yeah, it would be a pretty nice looking Nano as well. Robot Randy. I never really saw the episode for it, and honestly, just this conversation and this live stream makes me realize like how little of Cartoon Network I've really seen. Because like when I was little, I know for a fact that I've seen a lot of episodes of KND and a lot of episodes of Ed, Edd n Eddy, and for everything else, like I didn't really watch anything else outside of those two. In fact, like Samurai Jack, I watched it for the first time last year, or no, it was this year. It was this year. It was the first time I watched Samurai Jack, and I love it. And it was the first time this year I watched Time Squad, and I have more projects. So just trying to watch these other great shows that were around like the golden era of Cartoon Network. And speaking about watching this, this is like probably like a great idea to go plug in the Discord server again. So like every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Discord server, the Infected Zone, we watch 3 hours worth of cartoons each day. So it's obviously 9 hours each day of cartoons, and right now we're this week. It's Friday right now, so you can actually drop in later during tonight or maybe today, and we're gonna go watch The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. And the main reason for Flapjack is because there's very little continuity. Time Squad, or yeah, maybe we can also watch Courage on the live stream as well. But right now we're gonna watch Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack because it doesn't really have that much continuity, similar to Time Squad. We were thinking about watching Adventure Time because, you know, it's one of the more famous Cartoon Network shows, if not the most famous one. However, the problem with Adventure Time is that there's too much continuity. So imagine if you miss one day and then you miss like 3 hours worth of episodes, right? But for now, this week, we're just gonna focus on Flapjack. We're gonna start episode 1 later today, and we're gonna watch it again on Saturday and Sunday. And for those watching this in the distant future, well, obviously we're not gonna watch Flapjack. We're very likely gonna watch something else, maybe Generator Rex. And the main reason why we're doing this is so we can immerse ourselves inside of the world of Cartoon Network and have a much more richer, is that a correct phrase? Have a much more immersive experience with the game. So like when you're, for example, with this potential Time Squad update, now that the server has watched all of the Time Squad episodes, we can, if there's a reference, we can understand where it's coming from, and it just makes the game a lot better. It's kind of like, if I can give an example, as a person that's really into Marvel, I really love Easter eggs, and like whenever I'm done watching a Marvel movie, for example, Spider-Man Far From Home, and rest in peace Spider-Man at the time of this uploading, I like searching up the Easter eggs, and there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs. So again, that's the end of this plug, and let's just continue with this live stream. But it's fun. It really is fun. Okay, so we have K&D weapons, and welcome to the live stream, Blazy Dog. And I'm always down for more K&D weapons. I'm not sure if this is like an actual weapon inside of the show. Kind of having Legend of Zelda vibes from this one as well. Actually, no, KND is very rich in weapons, and it's very rich in costumes. This one right here, like the Scamp one, this one was introduced inside of the game. It's called the Scamp. We have that. The Splanker needs to be inside of the game. This is another weapon item that has appeared more than 5 times. This is something that they can probably easily do as well. Maybe something that Vert can do, or like. So we have like 86 items that have been cataloged by the Fusion Fall wiki. So it's like, let's just like look through some of them. So like my name is Brian, so let's just look in Brian. So let's just look into the B's. What sounds nice? Bajuka. Okay, yeah, this was actually something that, yeah, this one right here. They can include this inside of the game. And it can have its, now it doesn't necessarily have to be ultra rare or rare. It can just be part of like of the uncommon weapon set. So I can see this inside of the game, and I know for a fact that this one right here, it suits out orange juice. So maybe like the first version of this one, the original version, it suits out orange juice, and the next one suits out apple juice, the next one suits out lemon juice, next one suits out grape juice. And yeah, that's an easy way for them to include this item. So let's look into R. Are there any R items right here? Let's look into R. Are there any? Okay, here's only one. We have the really incredibly destructive machine. Okay, this is a lot. This is really big, so we can't really do that. How about I? Are there any I items? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. H. No, there's no I items. Okay, how about A? BRIA. And we have Animalization Ray? Okay. Okay, my name is not a great idea for this one. How about this one? The Menthola? This one only appeared once. So this one, I think, just very quickly glancing at it, we can send out decongestant pills. Maybe that's not going to be a very popular one. How about ooh, apparently I definitely forgot about this one. There was actually a KND and Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy crossover. And this was actually one of the more... Oh, it's not there. That's unfortunate, but there was a KND Billy and Mandy crossover, and we have some... Here's Mandy right here, and I remember I did a live stream. My very first live stream, in fact, on this YouTube channel. There was a crossover with that. Mandy was inside, and Mandy was, I think, #1 taking over. But let's just say they can do this. They can definitely do this as some sort of guide outfit, kind of very similar to like the Lord Snortzack's outfit. And now Finn is asking, will there be Ben 10 Alien Swarm Easter eggs? Now I don't know about that. Maybe they can do that. What's another weapon that they can use? Okay, Bass Bomb. Oh, that crossover even had Ed, and Eddie. Really? I didn't know about that. Let's... Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy crossover. Crossovers. As an appearance. Crossovers. Ah! Oh, there's actually a lot of episodes. I actually like how it has a C for Cartoon Network Universe Fusion Fall, and actually has its own Wikipedia page. Hey, that's really cool. Oh, and it also has weapons that has been cataloged. And this is really nice. Oh, I didn't know that. Bosco suits. Is that an item? Wow. Whoever did this part, they're an MVP. Maybe that's really cool, man. And yeah, we have that ghost duck right there. Yeah, that's really cool. That they have its own Wikipedia page inside of the Grim Adventures wiki page. But you were talking about like Ed, and Eddie was also there as well. I definitely love crossovers. Billy and Mandy crossover, Ed, and Eddie. Where's Ed, and Eddie? Hey! This real? We have a number 3 there with... That's really cool. Oh, dude, look at this really nice photo right here with Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. I remember back in the 2000s, these two, they were having like a duopoly. They had a competition right here. Dude, just imagine if there was actually a Fusion Fall version of Nickelodeon. That'd be really cool. I mean, I think I mentioned this in my very first live stream for like the Calling All Designers thread, but let's just very quickly look into the Nickelodeon characters. So like, so here's I forgot the names of these characters, but man, we have Red and Stimpy, we have Danny Phantom, we have Chalk Zone, Avatar, SpongeBob. I bet SpongeBob will definitely... Okay, that's Mr. Krabs. We have Timmy Turner, Fairly Odd Parents, Rugrats, Invader Zim, that's a very classic one. Hey Arnold. Forgot this one. You just had a Netflix. But yeah, so like imagine if there was like a Nickelodeon Fusion Fall version. So like Danny Phantom's area would have like 2 areas that could just be like the... Oh yeah, Rocko's Modern Life. There we go. Thank you so much, Maddox. There would be a place for Chalk Zone. I'm not exactly sure about Aang and like Katara and like Zuko being there, but kind of very similar to like Samurai Jack being in Fusion Fall despite himself being from like the far future. It's just like an alternate reality. Will the Omnitrix be a weapon? I don't think it's going to be a weapon, Finn. And imagine if Bikini Bottom was actually a place you can actually visit. And I brought this up before, but an April Fool's joke that they had, for Fusion Fall Legacy was that they actually included SpongeBob, and this is something I kind of want to go back again. It's really interesting that they actually did it. I forgot the names of these cities, but I know these characters. But imagine if there was like Bikini Bottom and you can actually visit that. It's going to be like 2 to 3 areas big, and you can actually just go underwater. I know there was like a crossover game that I played back on the GameCube. So like Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, Danny Phantom. There was this game, Nicktoons Unite here. Oh wow, that was in 2005. I remember playing this game. I think it was for the GameCube, or was it the PlayStation? Yeah, there was this crossover. I don't remember, I got stuck on one part and I just stopped playing. We had this crossover here, and like when you had to go to Bikini Bottom, it was just really cool when they did that. And it's inside of the realm of possibility. Like, if like Nickelodeon ever decided to do this, like they definitely can. And if Nickelodeon ever decided to do a Fusion Fall version of this, I mean, a lot of people would definitely want to go play it, because I think, let's just very quickly go into like Google Trends. Who's more popular, Nickelodeon Television Network, or Cartoon Network? And we have a television channel. So put this into worldwide, and let's look into 2004 present. So they're actually in competition with each other. They're like neck and neck. There's kind of like 50-50. I know there's other cartoons, and hello Venera. I was actually talking about you with one of your previous designs. I think it was, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate it's been declining, but imagine if there really was, like in 2009 or probably 2010, like Nickelodeon saw the success of Cartoon Network Fusion Fall, and they decided to make their own MMORPG. It would definitely be great, and because competition / capitalism is great, I mean healthy competition, we can probably see them to this day, and yeah. So we kind of went on to that tangent of Nickelodeon from like KND. I saw that photo on Google Images. Today's cartoons had fallen down on quality. Oh yeah, let me just very quickly search up the Fusion Fall Legacy SpongeBob thing. This was an April Fool's joke. You can't, well, you can access the original video. I actually have it downloaded. It's even inside of the forums. Where is it? Here it is. Open link in browser. If you can just pause the live stream. Wait, that's the fan made one. Do I have the real one? Pretty sure I have the real one downloaded. Okay, but it exists. Like we had for an April Fools, they had them inside of the game, and that was really cool for them to go add. Here is here's SpongeBob right here. Just letting you just imagine if he was actually inside of Fusion Fall. Here he is, placed like Candy Cove. Oh, this is pretty nice profile picture. I actually had that before. Well, I wanted to make more, but I'm too busy. Made this in 20 minutes. Something, it might bring some ideas. Okay, here's some anime-inspired hairstyles, and you know, there's a lot of people that are very into anime and just kind of. Actually, I remember when anime was still getting popular back in the 2000s, when you had to go like on Adult Swim to go watch some anime. I remember watching Bleach on Adult Swim late at night, and Bleach is my favorite. Is my favorite anime. I watched it twice, and that's a big deal considering there's more than 300 plus episodes. Oh, that's interesting. So like the popularity of anime has, or how about anime as a topic? Okay, so anime has relatively been popular for a long time. How about when you compare it to cartoons? Cartoon? Visual art genre. Okay, on Google Trends, this is misleading. But I know for a fact that anime used to not be as popular back in 2000, and like if you were into anime in like 2003, 2004, 2005, the ones that they would assume would be like Dragon Ball Z, or like Dragon Ball Z Kai or Bleach or Naruto. Yeah, and then like Crunchyroll came around and it changed things forever, like live stream, or no, digital streaming instead of TV, kind of like Netflix. But yeah, I think a lot of people would like to have anime variations of their hairstyle, and I think this hairstyle right here would be pretty popular. This hairstyle right here, this is something that I think a lot of people would like as well. Honestly, a lot of these are very nice, and I'm kind of having like a Kingdom Hearts kind of vibe right here. And Finn is asking another question: are the K and D numbers 1 to 5 teenagers? Actually, that's a great question, and I know that Devin, the developer, had like an official response for this, but I'm not exactly sure. Like, I kind of disagree with them. And you know, like if it comes from the developer, that's kind of like the rule of the land, right? But it's not some sort of it's not some sort of thing where you can't disagree. But apparently, I think, now don't quote me because I'm recalling from my memory, and my memory is kind of funky. Is that Devin stated that the K and D are actually older than 12 years old. That because of Planet Fusion invading planet Earth, and it requires much more than the combined might of the K and D, a lot of decommissioned kids, such as like now Nigel Uno and like numbers 2 to 5, they got recommissioned despite themselves like being teenagers. So because the threat was so large. And another question that I kind of want to answer, I'm going to give myself a question that's related to this. A question is like, how old are our characters? Like how old is Plumber Infinity? How old is your character inside of the game in terms of lore? And the answer to that is kind of complicated as well, but it's kind of relatively straightforward. The age of our characters at most would have to be 12 years old, and the main reason for that is that if you've been paying attention while playing the game, if you've been paying attention while playing the game, the K&D offers you to go join them, right? And if you know your K&D lore, the moment you turn 13, you're no longer part of the K&D. So unless there's some sort of super special K&D operative where it's like you just bypass that rule. But our characters are at most 12 years old, and which is kind of odd because like if you look into your female characters, they obviously have are going through puberty, because they're going through puberty because there's definite development on their bodies. But yeah, they're 12 years old. Because like, why would the KND offer you to go join them if you're not at least 12 years old? If you're 13, they're not gonna go offer it to you. Those are really good looking. That fifth one though, Sora, is that you? Yeah, I know, right? I was definitely thinking about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about this hairstyle. I'm having that similarity for it. I really want to go play Kingdom Hearts Part 3. I remember when I was little, back in the 2000s, when my brother was still in like middle school and like high school, he was playing Kingdom Hearts and I was watching him play. And now that there's Part 3, I'm really happy that it's out here with its updated stuff, and you can even see Frozen and Ratatouille. Ratatouille is one of the more underrated Disney films, or is that Pixar? Was Ratatouille Pixar or Disney? Either way, it's now they've now merged themselves. Okay, and I got 2 more notifications from my friends. Retron90, he's also part of the Discord server. Ooh, here's kind of like that greaser, or what is that, 80s hairstyle where your hair is definitely like that. Uber curly hair, that colors that can be changed for all hair. And what is this one right here? Is this like a whip? Call this one Grass Blade. I have this domino mask one right here. Ooh, Scooby-Doo. Okay, yeah, this I talked about this before, so let's just very quickly oh wow, there's actually about a lot more here. And I talked about this before in like part 2 of the live stream, and I might as well just talk about it again. I like this outfit, and I'm definitely down for Scooby-Doo, but one thing that I kind of want to go talk about would have to be these facial features on your character's face. And I think adding this to your character would actually have a bit more variety. Will you be able to fly in Fusion Fall Legacy with the things on your back? I'm not sure. Finn. So having these facial features would be very nice. I'm gonna be kind of hypocritical, but if they have this inside of the game, I'm not gonna get it. But I know that a lot of people, especially in like other MMORPGs such as Guild Wars 2 and like World of Warcraft, they like having their faces customized. This one right here is a bit too much, but you know, I definitely know people that have those very large facial tattoos on inside of them, and I think this would fit very nicely. I mean, if for example we have like that serious face or like that gamer face for male characters, and they can definitely include these scars to make themselves look a lot better, which would be kind of odd because again, like you're 12 years old, or you're probably 16 years old, 12 to 16 years old, and you already have a scar on your eye. Where did you get that scar? Here's another one right here, and again, it would be nice if there was some sort of like cosmetics person where you can actually have this added onto your character. Not just that, but you can also remove it as well, because you know, interestingly enough, tattoo regret statistics. There's a lot of people who regret getting their tattoos. Keep in mind, of the people we talked, teenagers, 20-somethings, a whopping 78% regret at least one of their tattoos, and 19% of participants with 2 tattoos regret both. Planning ahead is the best way. A lot of people want, like, if they have a tattoo, a lot of people regret having their tattoo. It's a massive decision, and your body is not permanently, it's very hard to remove, and it's somewhat expensive and costly to remove. Kind of considering about getting a tattoo. Very minor thing. I actually have a friend who has this like dragon tattoo, and obviously looks really cool. But yeah, it would be nice to go have these sorts of features on our characters. This one right here is kind of very minor. The band-aid here, it would be cool if there was like some sort of recolors for it as well. Yeah, I think this would be very popular, and I think a lot of people would want to do it. And you know, just going back into like that character creation thing. So like at least for myself, like when I design a new character, when I design a new character, especially for like a brand new MMORPG, I can generally spend way more than an hour just trying to research and trying to optimize everything, because an unfortunate aspect of character creation is that like whatever you create, oftentimes you can't reverse that decision. So like if you choose that hairstyle, you can't change that hairstyle unless there's some sort of mechanic to go change it. And if it's like an MMORPG, sometimes very oftentimes you're gonna have to go pay like real money to go get that changed. But I suppose if there's like a cosmetics person, or like a plastic surgeon, or like a tattoo person, or like or heck, even like a sex change person or a gender swap person, you gotta pay a lot of taros for that to go happen. Be pretty funky if like Plumber Infinity, my main character, has a sex change and turns into a dude. But like the cost for that sex change is like 500,000 taro, so you don't just keep on doing it over and over again. There's some other pretty nice hair. I'm not sure about this one. I'm kind of getting like Symbiotic Titan kind of vibes. What is this one? And a finally battle suit. I'm getting kind of Samurai Jack vibes from this one. And for the ones that don't know what I'm talking about, Samurai Jack, fairy, like these alien fairies. These fairies right here, I'm kind of having these kind of reminders right here. Again, we have that precedent. This is one of the... This was actually a nice episode. It's not one of the more forgettable ones, but in fact, actually, almost every Samurai Jack episode is really nice. In Fusion Fall, does the player have parents or their own home? That's another interesting question. Like, do they have parents? Are all characters in Fusion Fall orphans? And another question is like, how come every fictional character are orphans? And I actually remember searching this up, and it actually exists. And one of the main answers for that is because it makes things a lot easier, because parents just kind of get in the way. And then, you know, like Harry Potter is an orphan, Batman is an orphan, Superman is not an orphan. He was adopted. He was another orphan. But yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. Like there's a lot of orphans inside of fiction. And technically, in a way, like Jon Snow in Game of Thrones, he's an orphan because his biological parents are dead. Okay, so remember back when Toonami was actually on Cartoon Network instead of Adult Swim? Hey, I don't think we can ever have this inside of the game. But again, that would be pretty cool, or at least some sort of nod to the shows. We can't add these inside of the game, but I think one thing that we could add is like having these kind of scarves. I talked about that before. Again, a lot of people like wearing scarves, and especially during the winter. Like I wear my own scarves. I have this forest green scarf that I wear. I like this one already. It has like that hypno goggles kind of one. These are really nice. Unfortunately, we can't really include them inside of the game. Oh, and here we have ourselves more hairstyles that can be part of the game. Again, I'm open to more hairstyles, and to be honest, I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself now. These are nice. I actually this one right here, this one's not very nice. The left side is kind of funky. But yeah, going back to this one right here, I think a lot of people would want to have like freckles on their face. I mean, like if you have an Instagram or if you have like a Twitter, something that was popularized inside of the beauty community was freckles on your face, and I think it was popularized by Meghan Markle. Is that how you pronounce her name? Meghan Markle. Like, she has freckles on her face, and a lot of people have tried to imitate that kind of thing on her face. It looks really nice in a way. I know for a fact, like, my sister-in-law tries to go do that as well, and I think a lot of people who have female characters, or maybe not just female, but like male characters, they have freckles, and they would like to include them on your character. Alright, here's that one guy who just and he just says super cute. You can't do that, you're gonna get a strike. We have ourselves a two-tone hair also, and here's okay, this guy is also doing that long quoting thing. You're not allowed to do that, guys. Okay, these ones, I like this one. You can definitely, I think a lot of people, actually, all of these are really good. And if you just keep adding these hairstyles, you're just gonna make people like me spend a lot more time choosing the optimal hairstyle. In a way, less is more, but at the same time, again, it would be really cool if you can have these hairstyles. I like this one right here. It has that pony style variation, as well as kind of like the moon rings variation as well. This one right here, they're all really nice. This one is kind of like, again, moon rings as well, but kind of there's like bangs, and then here's this top as well. This one for the people who are into like My Little Pony. Who's that pony with like the rainbow? My Little Pony. I haven't watched a single episode. My Little Pony rainbow. This little guy. Who's he called? What's his name? My Little Pony. Da, 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 da. What's his name called? But that'd be pretty cool if we can. Actually, you know what? So like, just speaking about hairstyles in general. So like, you know how, for example, in our traditional character selection screen with the hair section, like in real life, for people who want to be much more creative, they like to go dye their hair, not just with like one color, but they also get to go dye their hair with multiple other colors. So like rainbow hair, this is not a this is not a good example because there's way too many colors here, but just bear with me. Man, this kind of ruins your hair, I think. I don't know much about hair, but these look really cool. But again, it would be pretty cool if, like, instead of just like one dominant color, we also have like a secondary color on our character's hair. So like, for example, we have I don't know, what's it, orange and green hair. So like here, like a hairstyle such as this, we have like orange and green. So like your primary color is green and your secondary color is orange. So it can just be, and so we have a lot more combinations, right? Like another interesting color combination would have to be gold and actually no, like yellow and I don't know, purple hair. Does that even exist? Does that look nice? Like this hairstyle right here, you know, like I think a lot of people would like that, especially for people who have like female characters. And again, it doesn't have to be for female characters. Like, in fact, when I was in the 8th grade, I dyed my hair blonde for a month. And yeah, just like in Warframe where you can customize the operator. Another color combination would have to be what is it? Orange. No. How about red and black? Like here's like another very popular another very popular combination of colors would have to be red and black. And I think a lot of people would like to have this kind of hairstyle, right? I think if I were to have a primary and a secondary hairstyle, I think I would have like a forest green and actually gold. Yeah, why not gold? Forest green and gold hair color. Okay, they don't have that, but maybe green and yellow hair color. This is something that I would probably add if there was a primary and secondary thing. Yeah, this is something that I would probably wear inside of the game if that actually existed. And maybe not just like that, but maybe to add in millions of much more colors. Instead of just having like a set default of colors, we can have just like a color wheel. A color wheel where we can just select the very specific shade of color that we want. X color. And I believe X color Google, I think they have their own. But yeah, that'd be really cool. Can someone make a big sword as a weapon? Here's a big sword as a weapon. This would be really cool if we can actually have golden swords inside of the game. And again, kind of going back into that topic of having dual wielding weapons, maybe we can have like dual wielding melee weapons, right? Just to try and make it a bit more, maybe not balanced, but I think it would make a lot of people very happy. I mean, doesn't like Agent 6 from Generator Rex have dual swords? I think it would be I think a lot of people would be very pleased if we can have that happen. Here we go, right here. Oh, yep, this one. Here's the samurai from Samurai Jack. Has a very very loud, vibrant color scheme. Gold, purple. Is this one magenta? Is that magenta? We have those green visors again, and yeah, it would be pretty nice. This was actually one of the more popular episodes from Samurai Jack, and in fact, this guy reappeared again in season 5 in the 2017 finale for the series as an old man. In fact, the samurai, and the episode was teaching you about humility. Here he is from season 5 as an old man, and here's a gif of him as well, moving like that. Here he is again, as an old man. And maybe if you have like dual wielding weapons, dual wielding melee swords, maybe to not make it completely broken, you can one side it can hit two monsters on the left side, and on the other side it can hit like another two monsters, so like you can hit like four monsters at the same time. So like slot 1, weapon slot 1 is your first melee weapon, and weapon slot 2 is your second melee weapon. That will make grinding with melee weapons a lot better. And I think, you know, like melee weapons, if you wanted to improve melee weapons, I think one way to improve them, or I actually have several ideas for you to go improve them, like very similar to improving thrown items. What do you got to do to make melee weapons as much as popular or as useful as shatter guns? Because shatter guns just heavily outclass melee weapons, unfortunately. Is to make melee weapons slice and dice a lot faster, because the thing about the shatter gun is that it shoots slightly faster. No, not slightly. It definitely does shoot faster than melee weapons. So if you can just increase the speed in which the melee slashes and dices, it would make a lot of people happier. And not just that, you can also provide in like an extra 5% stat increase, or an extra 5% stat increase with these melee weapons, so they're slightly stronger than shatter guns. And if you can do that, then melee weapons will have a lot of utility inside of the game, and people won't just say, oh, just get a shatter gun, and melees are kind of worthless outside of like aesthetics. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate that melees are not really used a lot outside of like showing off with your outfit. A favorite melee weapon of mine would have to be the arc brush, or like the pointed brush you can get from the Slizzards at Forgotten Falls. I proc plotted that one to a max stats. So that's the end of page 46. Oh wow, it's almost been an hour. I'm having a lot of fun. We can see this inside of character selection as well. This gives me an idea regarding vehicles. So like in Legacy, right? So obviously we have vehicles inside of the game. For Retro, we have like 50 plus new vehicles. My favorite one would have to be the Dino Mutt Dog vehicle. It would be pretty cool if there was some sort of small mechanic. If we can, for example, we have these vehicles here, right? What's one? Like we have the Mach 5 hover car, or maybe, let's see. Or like these hover cars, right? These hover cars where you not only you can just ride by yourself, you can also bring in at least one extra person with you, right? So in order for this to happen, is that you have to be inside of a group, and your group member will click on your character, and there's going to be an option with like the trade, with like the ad, or like the block or report, like that slide. So like you're inside of a group, your friend is inside of a vehicle, you click on your friend and it says join car or join vehicle, and when that happens is that you can bring in more people with you inside of these cars. Now I'm not sure about other ones, maybe like for example like the Dino Mutt Dasher, it only has a limit of carrying like 2 people. So like if you're the one that's driving the vehicle, and very similar to like a motorcycle, you have someone you have someone on your back. And obviously with cars such as like the police car, it has a higher limit. So the police car can bring in like 4 people, or like the wacky taxi can bring in 4 people, or like the Eggplant Mobile can bring in 2 people, or like the Kevin Levin hover car, it can bring in 2 to 3 people, but it has its limits. And I think this would be pretty cool, and a lot of people would be very happy if they add in that sort of mechanic for Legacy, if other people can join along with you inside of a vehicle. And I think like some sort of practical benefits if this can happen is if this feature does get included in Legacy, it would make grinding and it would make traveling a lot easier, because just assume that you're leveling up with a friend for Legacy. You're both like level 10 and you have a vehicle and you're both doing the same mission, right? And instead of just following each other, maybe one of you can just go inside of one of each other's vehicles. So the comments are saying, will codes from the Odd Fusion Fall be available for Retro and Legacy? And a carpool for Legacy. They could do like a total drama event where you had to compete with other players and teams and do different tasks and eliminations for the losing team. Yeah, look at that's kind of, so we have like 3 things going on right here. Yeah, code items, that's kind of funky. So code items are funky in a way because I was talking about this in the last live stream, and so we have Devin code. Okay, here we go. This is recent, April 26, 2019. Yeah, I don't find code items super rewarding or interesting, and they were kind of just a solid way to get people to log in to wear a new item without any content behind it. Back in the original game, you couldn't even be inside of the game, and instead had to leave the game to redeem items. Instead, we've been trying to add new items with at least some kind of content backing them up, whether through grinding, new missions, bosses, or even selling them through a sneaky vendor. Rest in peace, mysterious vendor. I hope you come back. You know, for a long time, we thought that, like, the community thought that code items will never come back, and like with Devin having these official statements, we thought it would never come back. But apparently, obviously, it did come back with like the active mission cap and like the number 5 hat. And oh, speaking of code items, at the time of this uploading, there's 2 brand new code items. It's the Eon helmet and it's the Atomic X helmet. The Ink Tank and the Fusion Fall staff are the ones responsible for grading these items. Check out the Universal Item Guide and make sure to leave a like and comment for both of these videos. It's from the Ink Tank video. Again, I've never really watched much Ben 10. I just know that he's like the poster boy of Cartoon Network. But I do know for a fact that Eon, or what's it called, that Atomics is not the original design. This is the 5 years later design, as well as for Eon as well. I know he has a comic, and let me know if you guys want me to actually live stream the comic, and I'm just gonna go read it as like a first time reader, if that's some sort of potential good idea. But for now, I have this on like to-do list of video ideas. After this calling all designers, I'm going to do a looking at picture of the day photos thing. Okay, so we have more of these. Oh, okay, here's another. Here we have a Witcher inspiration outfit, and I think a lot of people would really like this one. I've never played the Witcher game, but I do know for a fact that like on Steam it has like a 9 out of 10 or like a 10 out of 10. The Witcher 3. I was actually considering about buying this game, but you know, Fusion Fall is life, right? Yeah, it has an overwhelming positive, and it has like a 9 out of 10 inside of the Steam store. And I think if you're really into open world RPGs, you would like this a lot. And for the ones that have not been really been following the news with Netflix. Netflix has a plan to include The Witcher. Netflix has a plan to include The Witcher as like an actual TV series, because like once Game of Thrones ended this year with a very, very bitter taste, unfortunately, a lot of companies such as Amazon as well as Netflix, they want to ask, bring me the next Game of Thrones, and one of those is actually The Witcher. Hopefully it's going to be really good. Another one that's something to go watch out for would have to be Lord of the Rings, which is on Amazon, and this one right here is going to like the budget for this one is absolutely absolutely bananas. Where is it? But they're gonna spend hundreds of millions of dollars, a multi-season commitment, and a $1 billion budget. So like each episode is going to be worth millions of dollars. So like imagine, you know, Game of Thrones season 8 budget. Like the Game of Thrones season 8 budget was a $90 million budget. Now imagine that for every single episode, it's an entire season 8 budget of Game of Thrones. It's just how ridiculously expensive the Lord of the Rings thing is going for Amazon. But where was I? What was I talking about? Yeah, I think a lot of people would be very happy if we have some sort of Witcher outfit. I know for a fact, again, Witcher is very popular inside of the gaming community, and like if you were to go on Reddit, even to this day, we still have posts talking about Witcher. I kind of really want to try this game out. And again, like, you know, my name is called Infinite Possibilities, right? It's not called Finite Possibilities. I want to kind of branch out into other things, but I suppose after I'm done with this to-do list of video ideas, maybe we can branch out into these other games that I want to kind of try out. I mean, like BioShock, right? Like I have Discord Nitro, the full thing, and I kind of want to play BioShock. I have this gaming PC, you can definitely run this game, and maybe this is something that I can potentially live stream. Anyways, here's some nice cloaks, and I like how this person has a variation of recolors for this one. Yeah, I would definitely wear the green one. We have red, green, and blue. It'd be nice if there was also a gold. But yeah, I like this one. I think a lot of people, well, not a lot, but maybe this could be like a common or uncommon item, or maybe not just that. Maybe there's going to be like a Snuggie outfit. What's it called? Snuggie? Snuggie. Imagine if this outfit actually existed inside of Fusion Fall, or some sort of variation. For actually was considering about buying this. I think my brother bought this for his wife, or his then girlfriend at the time, for Christmas, and so he wears it often. Pretty would be pretty cool if this was here. Not just that, there was like an actual Snuggie as well. Alright, so I'm gonna take another water break. We're almost kind of done. It's been 2 hours now, and yeah, I'm just gonna drink some water, do some other stuff. And while I'm doing that, please make sure to leave a like, join the Discord server, check out the Universal Item Guide, and all that jazz. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Snuggies would be so cute as emotes. Imagine if they had some shared emotes where they could play rock, paper, scissors, or snuggle, or do other things. It's a good thing you mentioned rock, paper, scissors, because there's going to be this little mini competition that I kind of want to do regarding rock, paper, scissors inside of the game that I kind of want to go live stream. So instead of like rock, paper, scissors, it's like using your Adaptium, Blaston, or Cosmic Nano. And hold on. Yeah, but regarding the competition is gonna start once the Discord server reaches 300 members and I have 500 subscribers, and we're getting closer. The Discord server almost has 300 members, and I just recently passed 400 subscribers. But yeah, when that competition does happen, I'll make sure to ping the server. Okay, so we have ourselves the Spawn Scourge jacket. I think this jacket right here would be another very popular variant of the Gangrene Ace jacket. And not just that, I think oh, it also has that back design as well. That makes it even cooler in a way. But I think one extra way to make this just a bit cooler, because like just to also follow real life, is for itself to have like side pockets on like around the biceps, triceps area. And let's see, I have a jacket that's like this in real life. And not just that, I prefer you remove this part right here. I want to remove this part, and I want to hold on. Before I remove that, I want the pockets right like this. I want the pockets like this, you know? I don't understand why there's pockets here outside of like placing your phone there. It's just bad design in my opinion. And then, yeah, just oops. I would like it if it's like that. Maybe if you can also remove these pockets right here. But yeah, I think it would be really popular if this jacket also came out. And not just that, but you can also actually, again, this is another very unlikely thing, but imagine if there is some sort of like t-shirt company inside of the game, and you can add in symbols from other items inside of the game and add it onto your item. So for example, assume this item right here actually exists inside of the game, right? And you want to go transfer this symbol and print it onto another item. So for example, you want to transfer the symbol to the Gangrene Gang Ace jacket, right? So you go to this t-shirt company and they allow you to do that for you. So instead of the gangrene symbol at the back of the jacket, it's actually this symbol instead. And it's no longer called a gangrene jacket, it's called something else entirely. And it'd be pretty funny if you can rename items. But we'll also have those can of worms of people who want to spoil things. Oh, and here is, I believe, the very first comment Devin has posted on this thread. So reply 706. He finally makes a comment. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if David comments on this thread, that's significant. So he likes the red one, Red Riding Hood, and he likes the Spawn Scourge jacket. Oops. Here's another pretty nice outfit here as well. Again, we already have this outfit. We have like, but it's not, we don't really have it because of the hollow suit. We have the pure black hollow suit, and we also have like the Nurgle pants as well, and like the Nurgle shirt. This outfit already, in a way, already exists. And I'm not sure about like the black hat as well, and I'm not sure about the glasses. And here's another pretty relatively nice item. I think this one would probably be like a common item that you would find at like Townsville Mall, and I think this would be an item that a lot of Ben 10 fans would like to wear. I guess that's what happens if you're like if you're one of the first people to go post on this thread, because like for people who are watching, who are looking at the thread for the first time, they're only going to look at the first few pages. They're not going to look at page what page am I on? They're not going to look at page 48 out of 56 unless they're super duper into it. So like, we would like to thank for the supporters to my topic, and I hear my dog reacting right now. He might bark. He's right next to me right now. He's a Chow Chow, and for the ones who don't know what a Chow Chow looks like, Chow Chow, there's a sub. This is what they look like. This is what my dog looks like. What's a good photo that looks like him? Yeah, here's one photo that kind of looks like him right here. They're a very famous breed in China. His name is Cooper, and this is a nice photo when he looked small. This looks exactly like him when he was small. His name is Cooper, and I like calling him Cooper Chow. And here's another photo that looks like him. Interestingly enough, the Chow Chow is one of the oldest dog breeds in the world. So just very quickly looking into their Wikipedia page, it's one of the very first. I sent all my oohs to Cooper. Thank you so much to Cooper. He's a very lovely dog. Oh, it means puffy lion dog. Yeah, it's a lion disguised as a dog. And he's very fluffy. If you were to go touch him, his fur, you wouldn't even feel his skin until you like really press through. They're actually one of the oldest dog breeds in the world, and even Queen Victoria had a dog, had a Chow Chow puppy. They're not very popular in America as well as Canada, and where's their history? Yeah, it predates the emergence of modern breeds in the 19th century. One writer has proposed it originated in China more than 2,000 or 3,000 years ago. And one interesting fact about the Chow Chow is that, you know those Chinese dragon statues? It was actually based on these dogs. But yeah, they're actually very expensive. They cost well over $1,500. Oh yeah, and one really cool thing about the Chow Chow that makes them characteristically unique is they all have purple tongues. So if you want to identify if they're a pure breed, you have to make sure they have a purple tongue. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's another photo that looks very similar to my dog as well. Yeah, purple tongues. And there's other variations. It's not just the lion version. There's also like a cream version of the Chow Chow. Chow Chow cream. And there's also like a very black one as well. I have a female Chow Chow as well. Her name is Bella. I like calling her Bella Bear. And here's one that looks kind of like her as well. I'm a huge dog fan, and another interesting characteristic about the cream one is that their noses have that purplish look as well. But yeah, oh, here's a lion and a one as well. It's really nice. And I think there's also like a Chow Chow panda bear one, but I think that one's kind of fake. It's probably died, but this would be really cool if it actually exists. It's like a Chow Chow panda bear. It's probably fake, but I think it would be very, very, very popular. Imagine owning a panda bear as a dog. Wow. Anyways, where was I talking about? Yeah, so we have more superhero outfits. Yeah, I think there was an outfit here that was mentioned that had like a outfit for Kronk, and for the ones who don't know who Kronk is, he's part of the Justice Friends. The Justice Friends from like Dexter's laboratory. This is what he looks like. And you know, there's an obvious resemblance. Kronk is supposed to be the Incredible Hulk, and Major Glory is supposed to be Captain America, and Van Halen is supposed to be Thor, and this is kind of significant. And oh, here's another nice photo of the Justice Friends. Here's kind of like Iron Man right here. I don't know who this guy is. The white guy here is supposed to be Black Panther. I'm not sure who this guy's supposed to represent, but this was actually kind of like a huge deal back then, because this definitely predates the Marvel Cinematic Universe by almost like 10 years, I think. MCU started in like 2008 with Iron Man, so yeah. And we have the Van Halen's one. I know for a fact we have the Van Halen's wig. It's inside of the game files. In fact, it's even inside of the Fusion Fall wiki items. So like if you go here and if you go look for like the hats, Van Halen, how about Halen? Here it is. We definitely had the Van Halen's wig inside of the game files. So if I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna release it. I wouldn't be, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they release all of the items inside of the game. Here's what is this? Is this like a Alien X mask, or? Yeah, I would love to own that wig. Clothes. I would probably wear it as well. Here's another character selection item. There's a lot of character creation items that they can include inside of the game. And you know, I often mention character creation. Did you know there's actually a lot of footage of character creation, and I think it's even inside of the Legacy trailer. So just going back into like the Legacy trailer, and thank you for subscribing, Maddox, to my YouTube channel. At the very end of this trailer, or not very end, but towards the very end, we have this character selection screen right here, and I think it's already been finalized. But again, this is 2 years old. It's July 7, 2017, more than 2 years old, and we have our. This is what it looks like. And actually, I just noticed something. If you look closer to her face, we have like these freckles. So maybe I kind of, in a way, indirectly predicted it. Personality, feminine. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, we get to go choose our voice. So there's going to be 3 parts. We have our what they're going to look like, what they're going to wear, and their name tag as well. Boy, girl. Oh yeah, facial feature freckles. I'm really glad that's there. Oh, and we also have mouth as a option as well. That's something to look forward inside of the game once Legacy does come out. And obviously what you see here, it does not necessarily mean what's going to be shown in once the game officially does come out. And even if the game does come out and does release it exactly like this, the developers may have plans to add in a bit more features as well, right? Anyways, that's what the character selection looks like. There's another variation of the character creation screen. Remind me later. Where is it? Fusion Fall Legacy character creation. Here's another unlisted video that you can't find unless you know where to look for. Oh yeah, it's unlisted. So if you want to check it out, just pause the live stream and copy this right now. This is the unlisted secret video from the Fusion Fall universe. Here's character creation. This was published way back in 2015, so it's definitely more than 4 years old. And again, it's been changed a lot. Here's moon rings. It's at 2x speed right now. It's a 2-minute video. A lot of character styles. Looks like, yeah, as you can see, it's definitely been radically changed. So this is what this stuff right here. You're no longer going to see it anymore. This is heavily out of date. And he's gonna create Prince King Morbucks as well. Ew, the old Peridot dress. I threw on the player, I didn't even draw it. Here's a nice outfit you would see at character creation. Another outfit. I can see this as a version, as a recolor of like the kimono set, the Korean kimono set. I think there probably isn't one, but like the ones that don't know what I'm talking about, you know, just going back into like that thing. Where is it? Once you have so many, you just don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, so yeah, it'd be pretty cool if you can have like a golden version of like this kimono set, or like this Korean set. Recolored the outfit to like this. Definitely having vibes with this outfit as well. Hey, we have poison specs here. Side braids? Yes, I would like to have that. Is this me, or for a second I thought this was a guy, but it's not. Yeah, this is nice. It has that Disney hairstyle look for it, kind of like Rapunzel. It'd be pretty amazing if you can actually like adjust the length of the hair of your character. So like, for example, you have this hairstyle, right? But you kind of want to adjust it a little bit shorter, maybe like around this length instead of here. And maybe if you want to have it a bit longer, so instead of this length, it's actually you know, right here. That'd be pretty nice to have. I don't expect that to happen, but yeah. I would like to have this inside of the game. And again, more pirate outfits. We kind of already have a lot. Actually, not really. We only have the Candy Pirate outfit. And yeah, this would be nice. This would be nice to have. I like the bandana. And I think, not just with this bandana, you can also wear like the high sea swabbies outfit, like those bandanas that people like to go wear, like the green version, the gold version, the green and black, and as well as like the bank robber one. Yeah, this would be nice to have. I love so much. I love. I think you forgot something there, Devin. I love so much that people are still keeping busy making items and hairstyles. Keep up the good work, everyone. Yeah, Devin. Here's something from Tannhauser. Yeah, Tannhauser, I think Tannhauser definitely has like the strongest creations inside of this thread. I very much like his kimono outfits, and I definitely love his American Revolution outfits with like the loyalists as well as the patriot side. You know, it kind of just reminds me of like the Time Squad thing. And for the ones who never watched Time Squad, There's like 20% or like 25% of like all of the episodes of Time Squad. It relates to like the 1700s, or more specifically the American Revolution era, or like the 1800s, or yeah, 1776 or 1774. Here's another nice outfit, business outfit here as well. Actually, just speaking about business, Mr. Boss from like KND, it'd be pretty cool if we can actually have this guy as a character. He's one of the more prominent villains inside of the KND, and obviously you can't you can't really include the cigar, but just having this kind of outfit inside of the game, like just a recolor of like the Nurgle suit, or like the blue, yeah, just a recolor of the Nurgle suit, make it blue, and have that tie as well with that color. It will make some people happy. And oh yeah, I remember this episode as well. Oh yeah, aren't they like parents? Aren't they like father and daughter? And the Odyssey soundtrack is now over. Okay, so I'm just gonna play some copyright. Unless someone in the comments can suggest some sort of video game music, then we can definitely play that. I might as well keep on talking. Maybe someone in the comments can go suggest it. Presenting an image that no longer exists. Oh my goodness. And Retron stated it was perfect. Metroid, chill music. Okay, yeah, sure, we can do that. Metroid, chill. Metroid, not Metroid. It has to be Metroid. We can never see this anymore. It's gone forever. It's gone! And that makes me really upset, because this might be the best photo of all time. Or maybe... man, that's disappointing. Wow, a 5-minute doodle. Dude, I can't even draw that in like an hour. Or like 10 hours. Yeah, we're listening to this one right here. Oh, I just noticed he has like the substitute icon from Pokemon. It's a very popular movie, even to this day, in like competitive Pokemon Wi-Fi battling. This definitely does give me Samurai Jack vibes. Samurai Jack as a king, because if you just watched Samurai Jack, in fact, there was this comic. There's an official comic for Samurai Jack, which talks about the time when, if he was an actual king. But there was this very popular episode where he was battling the Guardian, and the Guardian is this blue guy that looks like Morpheus, and he was one of the very few individuals who managed to go defeat Samurai Jack. And at the end of the episode, it was prophesied that Samurai Jack would come back again, possibly as an old man, and the Guardian and himself would rebattle. Unfortunately, in season 5, at least at the very minimum, they acknowledged that the Guardian died, but it was, season 5 of Samurai Jack was somewhat disappointing. Yeah, there was this one here as well. This outfit is just reminding me of this kind of vibe of Samurai Jack. And not just that, like there was a Samurai Jack episode with the Spartans, and again, like this would be really nice. I think we already have the Spartan helmet, I think. Oh, here's like a Lego version, and I think a lot of people would be very happy. I mean, again, if you don't even know this comes from Samurai Jack, just having the Spartan outfit, it would make a lot of people happy. Have the shield, have the helmet, have this shirt and pants, have these white stuff. And not just that, how about some sort of ancient Greek philosopher have that kind of outfit? Here's the one from like I think this is the Academy, from Plato's Academy, I think. Here's like ancient Greek philosophy. Here's Aristotle and Plato. Here's a bunch of other famous philosophers as well. There's a very interesting article on Wikipedia about this. I recommend reading it. But imagine you can wear a philosopher's outfit. Here's like Plato's outfit, or is this Plato? And this one is Aristotle. I kind of forgot. But yeah, this is nice. It'd be cool. I would want to wear that. Here's another outfit that I would like to wear, like ancient Greece philosophy, ancient Greek philosophy. And the philosopher king. Maddox stated, yes, it was disappointing because they had so much freedom with what they could and how many characters they could bring back. Yeah, this kind of makes me kind of want to go on to this tangent with Samurai Jack. And oh yeah, you wanted to see that child because like the last episode of Samurai Jack was involving this child, and he never came back. One of the things that Samurai Jack Season 5 got right would have to be, well, not really, they didn't really get that right, but like the fan service of having these characters from previous episodes come back. I was very happy to go see, for example, the 3 blind archers, Samurai Jack, 3 archers. The 3 archers come back inside, and they actually have they appeared more than once as well for like the episode finale. This was very, very, very nice. It's actually one of the best episodes of Samurai Jack as well, season 1. It's a visual masterpiece which doesn't have much dialogue. But yeah, just going back into like Samurai Jack. In my opinion, I think what should have happened is like with Ashi, right? For ones who don't know who Ashi is, this is what she looks like. And let me just Samurai Jack, Ashi. There's like other variations of her outfit as well. Yeah, but this is her first outfit. Her second outfit right here. But I was kind of disappointed that they had like their own relationship with each other, like a romantic relationship, because at the beginning I thought it was going to be like a mentor and apprentice relationship, but apparently they fell in love. And when you think about it, Samurai Jack is like, if he came to the future at like when he was in his early 20s and it's been 50 years, he's like 70 years old, whereas Ashi, she's like 20, so like we have a 70-year-old dude who biologically looks like he's still in his 20s dating a girl that is biologically but not chronologically 70. That's kind of weird when you think about it. But yeah, I really liked how like the Spartan warriors came back, as well as that super giant robot came back as well. And we're almost at the finale. Wow. And I'm getting kind of sad, but kind of bittersweet, because again, we have more video ideas coming down. It's going to be that picture of the day live stream thing. So I thought this hairstyle would look pretty neat in the game. Excuse the proportion, still getting the hang of drawing on a screen. Yo, you know how to draw better than me. Oh man, I have some anime inspiration for this outfit right here. It's pretty okay. Oh, Attack on Titan. What episode is this? What show is this from? So I had the idea to make the soda carrying pants, or whatever they call it, that Jeffrey Doodad from some random Clarence episode. I don't know what this is, but this is kind of funny. These would be the pants. I'm not sure about the shoes. This would definitely be some sort of meme outfit. And not just that, you could have also included the shirt and the hat. That'd be pretty funny. And I know for a fact that Superstar Alien, he's inside of the Discord server. So if you're watching the live stream, it's nice to go see you. This is kind of odd. 3D model. All right, this is really huge. This is not gonna happen. I'm so sorry. Now here's a pretty nice outfit, and I think if like some sort of professional person were to do it, it would look a lot more badass. I'm not sure exactly what it's referencing, but again, I would probably wear this. I'm kind of getting that. I'm kind of getting those Rage Roadkiller outfit vibes. So like just going back into like the Cartoon Collect. Just going back into like the Cartoon Collection Ben 10 sets. I'm kind of getting like that Rojo, that black and red Rojo outfit kind of vibes, but this is a lot cooler. And I know for a fact that there is this helmet inside of the Fusion Fall Wookiee items, and I think it was also a racing item as well. I'm not exactly sure. Where is it? There's a lot of hats inside of this game. Unfortunately, a lot of them did come back. I know it exists. Where is it? Looking for a red helmet. And also, it was also black as well. Oh my gosh. There's hundreds of them, man. I can't really... Yeah, I can't find it, but I know it exists. I know it exists. Yeah, these are definitely cool. Hey, Woody. Yep, more cowboy outfits. Can't do that, but would be pretty cool. This is very bulky. Hey, Rogue. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, Rogue from X-Men Evolution. I really like the art style from this one versus like the 90s cartoon X-Men. But both are really good. X-Men Evolution. Here. I remember watching this in like the early 2000s. Here's a better one right here. Them as a group. Yeah, Rogue will look pretty cool. I know it also look really nice if there was some sort of Marvel reference, considering how huge. And I have a phone call right now. Hold on. And it's Avengers ringtone. Da-da-da. I'll be right back. Okay, it was just it was family contacting me. I have to go do something around 6:30. It's a good thing that the live stream is about to end. Oh, here's a very big sword. Okay, that was a fast page. I remember someone in the comments stating that the rest of the pages are just mostly going to be replies to like existing ones as well. It was from September 24, 2018. This kind of looks like a gas station one. Oh, this is Susan Murphy from the TV adaptation of Monsters vs. Aliens. Not bad. Oh, here's another nice hairstyle from Killer Bee. I like this one. Computers Nano or Riot, and this kind of does remind me. I think there probably will be like a Computers Nano. What kind of abilities will he have, right? But just first, this is K&D inspired. What outfit or what hairstyle is this from? Is this kind of from like the K&D leader? K&D leader. Who's the leader of the K&D? Oh yeah, it's definitely from Maurice, or the supreme leader right here. Yeah, I would like to have that. I always kind of had like a mini crush on her growing up when I was watching the show. And there's a pistol I put together. I can't do that one. I like this one. I like this one a lot. And I say I like this and like this is cool, and I know I'm aware, I'm kind of like aware I'm saying it a lot, but it really is. And just kind of going into like that Computerist Nano thing. So like if there actually was a Computerist Nano, like what kind of powers will she have? So like going into like the wiki, it's very quickly going through here. I think you can kind of justify her like almost any nano ability, like for example Antidote, like so you can put up like Dexter's shield, very similar to like Mandark's Biodome. So he can probably give you more Taro, so he can hack into the system. But these are monsters, so maybe not Taros, maybe Freedom Group. And Computerist is supposed to be like, I don't know, like for a group people. That didn't make any sense. Guard, it's kind of worthless, and for a significant character, I don't think Guard is going to be great. Maybe Jump, you can kind of justify that. Maybe Computerist kind of turns into like a maybe not Jump, but maybe like Rocket. And here we have ourselves Radar. Yeah, that's a definitely easy one. Computerist can use her Radar. Run, I don't know about that one. Scavenge, yeah, I can see that happening if there was a Computerist Nano, because he is like your very first guide, and that'll be pretty cool. We have Sneak, yeah, that's also possible, so you can use your AI to go hide yourself. Treasure Finder, that's also kind of obvious. I don't see herself as a grinding nano, so like it's not going to give you like damage, leech, drain, possibly drain, kind of like, very similar to like Mojo Jojo, right? I can also see her giving out heal, like healing for your group. She has that like group mentality as well. Leech, I don't see her doing that. Recall, I can see herself doing that, like maybe some sort of teleportation. And this kind of makes me want to go talk about recall and like how they can improve it. Rocket, so you can turn into like some sort of rocket, and like very similar to Dexter. I don't think that's gonna happen because Dexter's already has that rocket ability. Sleep, no. Snare, nope. Stun, I don't see that happening. Revive, I don't, maybe, but more on the unlikely side. But yeah, those are some potential powers that Computerist can have. She probably would kind of suck, but I would hope that she's good. Maybe she can function similar to the Grim, where she has like group run, group heal, and group revive. That would make her very useful as a nano. And since she's blue, I'm going to assume she's going to be Adaptium. And here we have ourselves more outfits. We have ourselves the Bandito set, and we have ourselves the Trench set. I can see this as a vendor item that you can purchase at Townsville Mall, because there was this trend, and I think the trend is still here, where a lot of people would wear like military pants and a lot of camo gear. And yeah, I can see that happening. I'm not exactly sure about this one. Looks kind of like streetwear kind of fashion. And yeah, I don't really know about that. Oh, here's whoa. We have ourselves the cheesy mace. This is ourselves is a I know Verona is an artist, and I know that she drew one of my friends Becca's profile picture. This is pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of like like that toddler thing with the Trench gears from the band 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots. Ah, where's their outfit? Oh, this one right here, right? Never listened to them before. Here's a better outfit. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, how popular is 21 Pilots on Spotify? I can't show you guys my Spotify because of privacy reasons. But yeah, just going back into like the She's gear, this is pretty funny. Like a melee weapon, and just going back into like melee weapons, right? So we have like that giant turkey leg, and for the ones that don't remember, there was actually like a commercial for the turkey leg. It was actually really kind of very silly, but it worked as an advertisement. Giant turkey leg commercial. Where is it? Here it is, from Chris. Here it is. 2016. Obviously, this is a lot older than that. This guy's probably in his late 20s by now, or early 30s. But this was like an actual advertisement of the chicken leg, of the giant, not chicken leg, but the giant turkey leg. It would be pretty funny if they have a continuity of these items, and like not just a giant turkey leg, but we have a giant chicken leg and a giant pork leg and a giant beef leg. Vegetarians will not be happy with that, but it'll be pretty funny. And yeah, just this is pretty nice. I like it. I probably wouldn't wear it, but this could potentially be like some sort of guide item that Blue can give you if they ever decide to rechange the way items for Legacy are going to be given. Or if not, this could probably be something located at like Heroes Hollow, where Cheese is located. If not, if they have plans of relocating him in Legacy. And we have the dad set. And he forgot to draw the glasses. I know Extraordinary is part of the Discord server, I think. And yeah, I like this one. It's simple, yet nice. No worries, I got you covered. A giant corn dog. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Going back to the giant chicken leg, turkey leg, pork, beef. Why not a hot dog? A fried dynamite inspired melee. We have ourselves specs from Sasi Kobayashi's classes from Pen Zero Part-Time Hero. Okay. We have ourselves another. Oh yes, from Danny Phantom. Yes. And for people that don't know, the creator Danny Phantom has a YouTube channel. And he actually uploads videos pretty consistently. So we have Danny Phantom 11. He actually has them drawn in their college years. It's a really nice video. His name is Butch Hartman. He's the guy behind Fairly Odd Parents as well as Danny Phantom. Here's another outfit of Danny Phantom's, not twin sister, but like carbon. I don't know how do you do it. Here's other friends. Really nice. It's a really nice video. Forgot their name. Oh my gosh. I know you did a redesign for her. Oh yeah, it was a 10 years later video. Samantha, right? Here's Samantha and different. Oh, they're not colored. Oh, they are colored. Here's she is right here. Yeah, here's like a 10 years later version as well. Butch Hartman is a very controversial topic. I didn't know that. Alright, but Sam is from Nickelodeon. So we have ourselves a few more pages, and There were sales from October 27, 2018. A rave outfit for girls. Yeah, that reminds me of what is it? Again, from Samurai Jack, that rave episode. Samurai Jack rave. Can't believe they actually did this. It's a bunch of kids that got brainwashed into attending this rave, and they're programmed to like kill and destroy Aku. I like the glowing rings as well. Heels. Yeah, that kind of reminds me, like, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of heels in this game, and I think a lot of people who have female characters would be very happy if that was included. Oh, the top first impression reminded me of the Blue Clockwork recolor, and man, I like this one. This is definitely from Finn and Jake. There's a precedent for this. Let's just very quickly copy and paste this into paint.net. I like this one. And again, a lot of people who are into Adventure Time, they would like this, and for people who never watched Adventure Time, this would be a nice outfit. That definitely has a nice color tone to it, and it would be something that could potentially even replace the Clockwork set. Just imagine in an alternate universe, like instead of not getting the Clockwork set, we got this one as well. This one instead. I wouldn't mind it, and I would like it a lot. Here's another outfit. This kind of just, we kind of already have this outfit with like the Magician set, but again, it would make welcome back to Olive Garden, where you can have free breadsticks. There's a Reddit post about that, like, Olive Garden, New York City, like, why do you go there? Here's like the mask, here's like ribbons for the hairstyle, the hair. We kind of already have that, which is Mare's hat, but I wouldn't mind having that in the game. More hairstyles here as well. Who's the person behind this? Is it Tannhauser, or is it? Oh, it's a pizza. It's a pizza pie. Introvert ninja on the loose. I think you're gone forever because I haven't seen you post in a very long time. This is nice. Again, always open to more hairstyles. I like the outfit, and always great to have precedent for items that are already inside of the show. Oh, the Fred Burger outfit. Okay, yeah. I talked about this in the last live stream. I was talking about, like, it would be pretty cool if we could have like our own set for like every character in the game. So like, you know, like for number one, we can for his shoes, we can have those shoes where he goes up and down, those rocket shoes, right? That's a nice item that we can wear inside of Legacy. And it could also be like a mini vehicle too. Imagine if clothing such as imagine if your shoes can be upgraded as a vehicle. So instead of owning a vehicle, you get to just increase the speed of the movement of your shoes. So just going back into Fusion Fall number one, right? Here he is with his shoes. So imagine if you can just upgrade that, and it can go as fast as like 1200 class as like an actual vehicle. And I think a lot of people would want to wear that instead of like riding a vehicle, right? Let's go close this tab and this tab as well, and this tab as well. But Fred Burger, we already have the helmet. Why not the rest of the outfit? And it's pretty green as well. Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. Here's one. I think they already kind of have this announced as for Legacy, but I know the character from Juniper Lee, the younger brother, is announced for Legacy. Ray clothes, and just to go show you a very quick photo. Fusion Fall Legacy, Ray. He's inside of. He's announced for the game. Here's his character model as well as the dog as well. These are official Legacy photos. Here is Ray with the other version of Gwen. This looks like it's kind of like a Pimpleback Mountains. Maybe Ray Ray is going to be located there with her. But then again, everything that you see, it's bound to dramatically change. Okay. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Ray Ray outfit. This could be like a character selection outfit, or probably something that you can purchase at the vendor. Oh, yes. Absolutely. The Shogun Warsuit. Yeah, this is taken directly from a Samurai Jack, and again, as a Samurai Jack fan, I am always welcome to Samurai Jack content. It's my favorite show, and this definitely reminds me of that show where Aku was fighting his Samurai Jack Aku clones. Right here. This was during the special episode when it was not Samurai Jack, but it was actually Samurai Jack's father, who was like the predecessor of the samurai sword. So just having this inside of the game, it would make so many people happy. I don't think this outfit specifically, but this outfit right here, it will make me so happy. But even if they don't include this, right, they can include this one instead. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My a family member just recently arrived home. And again, it's a good thing. The live stream's almost over. But yeah, it will make me very happy, and a lot of people very happy if this outfit was included inside of the game. And you know, just in my honest opinion, just being brutally honest, I honestly think like the outfit that was given to you by Dexter as like the final guide outfit. Let's see, Fusion Fall items, guide items. It's honestly very disappointing in a way, because items. I think that page got removed. Okay, well, it's a good thing I have my own page. Extensions to the guide. There is a thing called guide items that I made a very long time ago. Last edit was on August 5. Interesting. But going back here, I'm honestly very disappointed with the outfit that was provided by Dexter as the final outfit. But I really do like the samurai katana that's remained the same. But what I don't like would have to be the rest of the outfit. Maybe outside of like the torso, but the pants and the shoes, they look a bit too they're a bit more on the bulky side, and like the samurai helmet, I know where it's coming from like the first 3 episodes of Samurai Jack with the dog there and the samurai scabbard. But I think it would make a lot. It would make a lot more people happy if you can just give ourselves like the Samurai Jack outfit that Jack actually wears. This is probably an outfit. If they were to include this, it would be a guide item that's provided by Mojo Jojo, because he's a villain, and maybe like in Legacy, Aku will actually return. So maybe this is an outfit that can appear beyond level 36, right? So or immediately after level 36, or after you get the samurai katana, you then get the shoes, then the pants, then the shirt, then the backpack, and then the helmet. And I think a lot of people will like that. I think the melee here, yeah, why not? But I think it'd be better if it was some sort of shatter gun, because you know melees generally suck. So yeah. And if I have to go pause the live stream, it's due to family. So yeah. So here's more suggestions from January 14, 2019. So I think this is like our very first post, or no, okay, this is not our very first post from this year, 2019. Here's from Poppleworks. I know he watches my live stream, so if you're watching the live stream, thank you for watching. This is a nice outfit. The shoes, I'm not really sure about the shoes. This is probably some sort of uncommon item. We already have the jeans. The shirt is probably going to be another common, if not uncommon item. The I would rather prefer a bobblehead instead of like a mask instead. But yeah. Laying waste everything while wearing this armor. I like the samurai aesthetic as well. And this was mentioned. It was already mentioned. What is this one? We have ourselves the cone cannon. Chucks out nearly endless cones and nicely knocks out non-kids. And you know, just going back into like that K&D thread of potential items that they can use inside of Legacy. There's just a treasure trove of weapons that they can use, and would be very nicely implemented inside of the game if possible. And not just for K&D, but it can also be for Ed, and Eddie, right? There's a lot of inventions that Double D made that was featured inside of the show. We have like, I don't know, 4+ seasons of Ed, and Eddie that can be included, right? And here we have ourselves a very giant hammer. Probably the inspiration for this one would have to be like the screwdriver that Dexter has, or as well as like that wrench that Dexter has. I think this would be pretty nice and would complete like the utility box weapons as well. It would also be pretty cool if there was like a sonic drill as well, you know, kind of like sonic drill. Sonic drill. Ohm supply. I don't know what it's called. But it's a drill. An electric drill. Yeah, this one right here, this electric drill. It'd be pretty nice if you just have this sort of construction outfit set, and it would fit nicely inside of the game. I mean, we already have like the construction hat, and you know, why not have like a sort of construction set, like a construction you know, like why not have this set? We already have the construction hat. Have this included inside of downtown, and not just that, they can also have I mentioned this in the last live stream, maybe we can have like a bit more career outfits. So like instead of not only just the construction outfit, but we can also have like a police officer. We can have a police officer outfit that we can use. And you know, we already have that precedent. We have that car we already have that car, like it's not the taxi one, but it's called like what's it called? We have the police car, so we have that precedent. So actually, it'd be pretty funny, just going back into this idea where you're inside of a group, right? And you're inside of a group. Your friend has a vehicle on, and you can go inside of your friend's vehicle, and your friend gets to go drive, is like the driver. So like, imagine this: there's actual police officers inside of downtown, and if you're breaking the law, if you're breaking the law in some sort of fashion, they get to go catch you, and then you're temporarily inside of the police car just for like 10 seconds, or you're just warped back, or you're warped straight into the police station, right? So again, it would be nice if we could have these career outfits. Another one would have to be like a firefighter outfit, again, that has that downtown theme. Right, this would be a nice outfit to definitely include inside of the game. Another sort of career outfit would have to probably be like a doctor outfit, again, because, you know, there's actually hospitals inside of the game. So if you can't be a doctor in real life, you might as well be a doctor inside of the game. In a world of superheroes, was police relevant? I think it always is relevant. I mean, like, with Justice League, right? Like, one of the main things about Batman is that he's a vigilante, but the thing is, he works with, like, Commissioner Gordon, and, you know, I think the police are still very relevant in this. It does make you wonder, like, where the heck is the military? Right, so we have like the firefighter, a construction worker, maybe possibly a lawyer. It'd be pretty cool if we can have like a Daredevil outfit from Marvel. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. Having some sort of like occupational work sets, I'll be very happy about that as well. I kind of wanted, oh yeah, not just that, maybe some sort of like scientist outfit. Well, or maybe just take it directly from Dexter's outfit from the game. You know, it'd be pretty cool if we can have if we can just wear Dexter's outfit inside of the game. You know, I always liked that outfit. I like the lab coat. I like the purple gloves. Yeah. And we have one more one from Tan. From this guy from Tan, and we have ourselves an Arctic winter themed area. This kind of does remind me of as I was rewatching parts 1 and 2 of Prisoners and XBC Gamers Fusion Fall Legacy Community Design Showcase. By the way, guys, when did we get I was reminded there was not a lot of winter attire in the game, so I thought, why not? Wait, that exists? I didn't know that existed. Fusion Fall Legacy Community Design Showcase featuring Prisified. Ah, I didn't know this. That's interesting. Parts 1 and 2. It looks like I'm like the continuation of that, because apparently it has been like, what, 2 years, I think? 2 years since they last did it. 2017, February 20. We have ourselves more of this Russian winter outfit. A weapon. Try using a back scratcher as a weapon. You have a pizza. I present to you the long arm of the law, modeled after police baton. The hand is a lovely metal color. I don't know about that. And we have ourselves another Flambeau slippers. I think, is this not from Adventure Time? Poop the Adventure Time Flambeau. Ah, I see, yeah. Fire Princess and Flambeau. Yeah, that can be pretty cool. You know what would be pretty cool if he's actually inside of the game? That would be a lot better. Yeah, it has that nice image to it. It looks very cute. Having that as a sort of suit, like if you were to wear that, wouldn't you get a lot of foot burns? But you know, it's a cartoon game, it doesn't really matter. Like we have ourselves like Fallen Angel Prayers, right? Or like Angel Prayers, and like if you were to jump off of like Mandark's ship, you're not gonna fly or like glide. That's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, so we have ourselves back with the Russian Arctic winter outfit. Again, looks really cool. Literally. Are these bullets? We have the helmet here. We have the shoes right here. I'm not really know. I don't really know like where it would fit inside of the game, but maybe this could be available at the Tees Mount Whitehead area. And here we have another one from Tan, and here's one from, it's from the classic Russian film Alexander Nevsky, for some Russian style winter armor. Okay, here we go. Looks nice as well. Actually, I don't know, I don't really like it. I don't really have much to go say about it. Yeah. Okay, we're almost done. Here we have ourselves this Roman scissor. These puns, man. When I came across the Roman scissor, long story short, I thought the blade looked like a taco, and so I present to you the Taco Romanus. So this is actually really nice. This is one of those that really depend on having a good texture to work. Each part takes inspiration from a Latin American food. Okay, beautiful. The armor is intended to look like a hard taco shell. Okay, the braided trim on the armor is intended to look like the baked crust of an empanada. Okay, my father knows how to make empanadas. He has a little side gig where he sells empanadas on the Facebook Marketplace. He sells hundreds of these almost every week. So I'm very intimately familiar with these empanadas. I like this one. I'm not sure about the mask, but the taco, won't that kind of break easily, the taco thing? Everything else, I like it, but I like how he's using a hybrid between Roman and like a food. That's very unexpected, but like unexpected is kind of like those outfits where a lot of people would like to wear. If not this, then it could be a potential meme outfit. Okay, so we're on the last 2 pages of this live stream and this series. And they're just replies to these other comments. Hopefully it's not gonna end on be anticlimactic. I hate these people. Why are you doing these long chains? Oh, here's another outfit. Just because this thread is old does not necessarily mean that you can't post here anymore. In fact, people are still posting here well, not every day, but they're still posting here, at least to this year. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah, this is from can't remember at the top of my head. It's not JoJo's Adventures. It's something else. Is it OK KO Hero or something like that? Yeah, Steven Universe, I think. Steven Universe. Yeah, it's from Steven Universe, this outfit right here. We already had this outfit suggested, but yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I could probably do like a 15-minute video as a potential video idea on the queue list of like my 15 favorite outfits from this thread, and it's just going to be probably like a 15-20 minute video. Oh, here's a nice pistol as well, the Face Action Blindfold Master. I don't really know about this one. We already have that. It's called like the Speedster helmet. If not this one, maybe just have a recolor of the blindfold and just make it red. And the pistol here is also very nice. We have the Fused Barracuda green and the Antidote Barracuda. This is very nice as well. And I like how it has that green thing to go symbolize the fusion matter, and we have blue here to go symbolize it's the aquatic version. Maybe because this is blue, maybe instead of making it red, it's actually a friendlier version. But again, I like it a lot, and I can see it inside of the game. Here we have an Imgur. Okay, that's just a cherry. And man, we have ourselves the very last page of this thread. Whew. Fighting love. Science said ever wanted to be part of the Powerpuff Girls. Okay. Okay, so we have a very big image here. Okay. So yeah, this is very nice. There's another potential common set that you can see at character selection. If not from like a vendor, at a common vendor. Has these nice recolors as well. I like this. I like the black and gold one. Kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, Michael Jackson. If I were to wear one of these, yeah, it would definitely be the black and gold one. The red and black would also be a relatively popular design as well. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, and this is from that one Powerpuff Girl that never really became a Powerpuff Girl. Powerpuff Girl Purple. What's her name called? Bliss? It's not Bliss. Bunny. Yeah, this is Bunny. This is like the color for Bunny. The green one is for Buttercup. Blue one is for Bubbles. Red is for Blossom. I'm not sure about magenta. Is magenta color or like pink color? Yeah, I can see this inside of the game. Here we have ourselves from Summer Camp Island. I heard this was a pretty decent show. Very quickly remember searching up the ratings. Oh, it has a 7.4, and that's actually not bad because a lot of shows back at the time, for example, like Time Squad, it had a very similar rating, 7.5. So like when we look back with our rose tinted glasses, we kind of want to inflate those ratings, but this is actually a pretty decent show. We have ourselves Summer Camp Island, and I remember just very briefly, well, not even briefly, I was talking about this for an extended period of time. Like, are they going to include shows, Cartoon Network shows that came out after Fusion Fall got canceled and shut down? And my speculation to this, my feeling for this is that I think they're going to release Fusion Fall Legacy. They already have so much to give for Fusion Fall Legacy outside of these cartoons that came after Fusion Fall. So I think if they're going to include these brand new shows or relatively brand new shows, such as Summer Camp Island, as well as Steven Universe, I think what's going to happen is that at the minimum they're going to have some items, but they're not going to have like NPCs nor like completely brand new areas. In fact, I think if that's going to happen, it's just going to be like a major content update where there's a brand new area for us to go explore and brand new items to collect in NPCs. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these characters will be included in Fusion Fall Legacy. It's just something that we will not expect when it immediately comes out, though. A lot of people would be very happy. I think a lot of people would be very happy if like Steven Universe came out. If not, at least some sort of mention for it. And here we have ourselves, I survived the wilderness, and all I got was this hat. Yeah, this is something that you can wear. It'd be pretty cool if you can have like a pajama outfit inside of the game. We already briefly talked about like the Snuggie outfit. And it'd also be pretty kind of funny if we actually have some sort of bed you can actually sleep at. This one right here is yeah, and actually we have the precedent to actually now have a hat inside of Fusion Fall Legacy, a birthday cake as a hat. And not just that, if you remember Chowder birthday cake cartoon, he had a enemy friend Chowder characters, category Chowder characters. Gorgonzola, he has this, well, it's not a cake, but he has this candle on top of his head. So again, it'll be nice if we can just add this in inside of the game. And obviously, like, this is not some sort of item that they can include, but maybe we can have some sort of background scenery where some sort of person such as this, maybe like an NPC, maybe it doesn't even have to be human, he's just playing some sort of instrument, right? Maybe one way that they can make Townsville Mall a lot more active is if they actually add in some NPCs playing some music there. Maybe just like every week it alternates between a different band, right? Or like every hour. Oh, I have an egg here. Okay, we already seen this one before. This is also very nice. We have ourselves, is this a vehicle? Okay, we can see this as a vehicle. It definitely has, we definitely have that precedent to include this inside of the game. I mean, for example, we have, just going back into the vehicles thing, we have, like, where's that UFO one? We have like the identify flying object, which was kind of like a similarity with this K&D game that used to be. You can actually even still play it, I think, but I can't really find that image right now. Yeah, I'm down for this, and I think this would be located probably at like Mount Blackhead if that vehicle vendor was still there. And we have ourselves this guy. Oh yes, I remember when this was being discussed inside of the Discord server. So apparently there might be some sort of variation in some sort of there's some sort of way to upgrade or crockpot our items, and instead of like the crockpot system that we have right now, maybe we can have some sort of fodder gear. What I mean by that is YouTube Fusion Fall, what's it called? Ace Jacket in future. There's this little glitch or little hack that was I wonder if we actually taught them how to do it. No, it's not here. Fusion Fall tutorial hack. Not tutorial jack, tutorial hack. And there is this, here it is. This is from 7 years ago. Obviously this is long been past, from 2011, and there's this one guy who managed to, there's this hidden, we were talking about this in this Discord server, at Prizzy's Discord server. So you see these items right here, right? These blue items, blue shirt, pants, and shoes. These are like fodder items or like testing items. There's also like this hidden green Ace jacket, as well as these Native American pants or Aboriginal pants. So the theory is, it's like if you want to have like some sort of facelift for the crockpot, we can use these blue items right here and make them like level 36 and have it as a way to instantly crockpot your level 1 or even like level 0 outfit into like max stats. Not necessarily max stats, but for every 4 levels you can do that, because like not everyone is level 36. So that would make things a lot more convenient. And as a person who has spent millions of taros into crockpotting, it would make my life a lot easier. And we have ourselves this little mustachio thing. And Pickles, we already saw this one as well. And here we have ourselves the Robot Boy. I'm not exactly sure if this was part of Cartoon Network Is Robot Boy part of Cartoon Network? No, it's not part of Cartoon Network, but I remember it was featured inside of the show, and I remember this was actually kind of like a repost from the first page. I like the outfit, but I just don't think it's going to be implemented inside of the game, as well as Robot Girl as well as Proto Boy. And you have ourselves some sues right here. So it would be pretty funny if there was actually some sort of branding inside of the game. So, you know, just going on with like the Dexter and like Mandark outfit, or like competition, you know, like kind of, for example, like those vehicles at Tech Square. There's a Dexbot and there's a Mandroid at Tech Square that sells these vehicles, and they're kind of competing with each other. It'd be pretty kind of cool if not only just for vehicles, but they also did it for like fashion brands. I think a creative way of making the competition between Dexter and Mandark much more prominent would have to be we have these infected zones, right, inside of the game. Right, so like, okay, here's one from Legacy. Here's like from the official Legacy. Here's an official Legacy photo. So like, we know that this is Dexter's shield, right? But maybe instead of Dexter's shield, maybe occasionally it's not just Dexter who is the one responsible for containing this area. It's also Mandark. And you know, obviously, if you can just look closer, this is Mandark's house, right? It's under an infected zone, and why not, instead of Dexter's infected zone, it can actually be using Mandark Industries infected zone thing, right? Just to go show that competition. So at Genius Grove infected zone has Mandark, maybe at obviously at Green Mall it has Dexter's ship, so it has maybe it can just be like 50-50, right? 50-50 in terms of infected zones, just to go show that competition. Let's just go close these tabs. Oh yeah, we already yeah, I remember seeing this inside of the Discord server. Yeah, I remember this one. Billy and Mandy. I don't know what to go type in. Grim Adventures. Billy and Mandy. What do I type in? Anime. Yeah, here it is, right here. I remember this episode, Las Sombreros Adventuras de Billy and Mandy Latino, the adventures Japones means Japanese. Yeah, I remember this episode right here, where they briefly turn into like anime characters, and I think a lot of people would like this. I know a guy who's a big fan of the Grim Reaper, and I think if this mask actually existed, this would be his default item. It looks really scary in a way, and it just definitely fits inside of the Fusion Fall theme. So we have ourselves Aqua Siege helmet. We can't implement Bakugan inside of Legacy, unfortunately. However, I think if maybe they can try and add in some sort of cameo reference, like for example with Fusion Fall, Infinite Possibilities, Dracula, and just going back into that Dracula video. I don't know where exactly it was mentioned, but it's just somewhere here where he mentions like drama TV, right? And here it is. From the mission. What mission was this from? From the mission Disney World Disaster. And if you look into the bottom left, oh, here we go. So here, have this for your trouble. Dracula needs to get back to his television. They got this new super fresh drama TV stuff that Dracula loves, and this was confirmed by Devin that this is an actual reference to the Total Drama Action or Total Drama Island. Total Drama Action or Total Drama Island. So maybe instead of like an actual item from Bakugan, unfortunately due to like legal reasons, they could just have some sort of cameo reference inside of the dialogue. So we have these nice little shorties here as well. We have this water bottle. We have these bracelets. The shirt. Oh hey. So due to Infinite Possibilities livestream, I decided to touch up an old idea and design a new one, and I'm using a $5 tablet that's a year old, so please excuse the lines being a bit wonky. This was posted 2 days ago. First off, while Mr. Bixby and the rest of the Wedgies sorts may not have enough behind them to be NPCs, I still think references can be made to them through armor, such as this set, which I call the Talented Substitute Jacket, the Talented Substitute Work Pants, and the Talented Work Boots. Okay. Mr. Bixby and the rest of the Wedgie shorts. Who are these people? Secondly, I thought that the Bremen Avenue experience could make a cool t-shirt item with variation for each band member, possibly sold in Marquee Row or Townsville Mall. So we have this. I'm not exactly sure what he's referencing unless someone in the comments can tell me what he's talking about. But I definitely like the shirt. Here's the logo here, the Bremen Avenue experience. Maybe I can go very quickly search that up. The Bremen Avenue experience. Oh, okay. I've never seen this show before, but it's from Boomerang, I believe. Oh yes, I remember. I only just very briefly watched this show, but I remember this actually existed. This is giving me some flashbacks to the past. This was originally aired in 2008 in between programs and later aired on Boomerang in the same year. Okay, so the Bremen Avenue experience. I'm not exactly sure. Look, we have this blue outfit. Oh, okay, this outfit right here. This is what he's talking about, this blue outfit. He's referring to this guy named Barrett from the Bremen Avenue experience, and this one right here, this pink one, probably referring to Jessica. This orange one, he's probably referring to Simon the dog, and he's referring, and the yellow one is probably referring to Tanner Donnelly or Pete Donnelly, and we have the blue one, which is, I suppose, he's also referring to Barrett. And we have ourselves finally, again, with the logo. So, yeah, thank you, Zor2000. And I actually feel kind of honored that the very last post of this live stream is referencing my channel. It's actually Infinite Possibilities, but I'll give you the pass. Yeah, so that's, man, I really enjoyed this live stream. I've been live streaming this for 3 hours and 35 minutes, and collectively speaking, this is like a 9-10 hour plus live stream. And I think once this live stream is fully once this live stream has ended, I'm going to post on this thread, and I'm just gonna advertise this video, this 9 hour plus series. So again, thank you everyone for watching this live stream. Thank you for watching the series. The next live stream series that I'm going to do would have to be Picture of the Day. It's been well over 2 years since the last Picture of the Day update. The original inspiration for this thread was because I really like the designs, and I really want to bring discussion for Legacy back into the view, because you know, we don't really know when Legacy is going to come out. It can come out 2020, it can come out 2021. I'm kind of betting on 2021, but yeah, thank you for watching this. Please leave a like, please subscribe, please check out the Discord server. It's inside of the description, and make sure to check out the Universal Item Guide. And I'm gonna do a little plug here. We're gonna watch The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack tonight. If not tomorrow, we're gonna watch 3 hours of it. We're gonna do episode 1. We're gonna try and immerse ourselves with the series. So yeah, man, my throat kind of hurts, but yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.